What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I'm glad you could join me this evening. Whew. We ain't gonna talk about what's happening, but everything will be Gucci here in a minute. If you're not familiar with the den is the best conversation on the internet. And first and foremost, I want to thank you for allowing me to be your host, because it is a privilege to get to chop it up with you guys each and every night from 10 p.m. to midnight. And I thank you for joining me this evening. So we got some stuff to talk about, and we're going to talk about representation versus results. And I think this should be a very interesting conversation. You know, albeit it's going on with the Rockets game, so I think there may be some in and out. May have should have held off, because I think this is I'd love to hear a lot of people's opinions on this, but we'll see. Not everybody in here is Rockets fans. We'll we'll see how it goes. But again, I am your host, Ed Honcho. Thank you. If you don't know, if you want to follow my personal social medias, you can catch me at Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to catch the Den Show socials, you can go to @Den Show Live on Instagram and Twitter, or you can go to facebook.com/Den Show Live. The link's in the description below if you want to catch any of the, the easy way to do it. I mean, it has links to everything, so you ain't got to do all that dibbing and dabbing. If you want to contact them, 833-284-3336. Again, the number is 833, the number 2, the Den is the easy way to remember that. If you want to call, leave a voicemail, send a text message. If you got memes, whatever you want to share, you can feel free to send it through that. If you just got something you want to share with your boy Honcho, screenshots, all that stuff is cool. Or you can send an email to denshowlive@gmail if you prefer sending via the email. So that's always appreciated. And if you want to tell a friend about the Den, tell them to go to thedenshow.com. It'll take them right to the channel. If you want to tell them how to get here live while we're going, every night at 10 p.m. to midnight, you can come go to thedenshow.com/live. It'll bring them right to the live page. Shout out to everyone who has been supporting the Den. We don't have the super chats cut on right now. We're going via Streamlabs as we continue to pursue the goal that we're trying to attain. Streamlabs.com/thedenshow. Shout out to everyone who has supported. Shout out to everybody who has shown love and promoted. I thank you all and appreciate it. And for those who have been asking about the merch, the link is in the description below to get to the merch page. I think it's to the definition Den shirt, but if you go there, it should take you to. You should have options to see the rest of the merch too. And if you want to consider pledging monthly, and shout out to the backers that we have, Stina Storyard and Mr. James Martin, appreciate the support via Patreon as we continue to build, continue to grow. I'm gonna have some special stuff that I'm gonna start doing for the Patreon supporters, because you guys go above and beyond. So I'm gonna start putting some special content just on the Patreon just for you guys, and I thank you. And that's not to dismiss anybody else who's been showing love, but Patreon is a little something special. But with that being said, with that kind of out the way, let's talk about some stuff. Let's discuss some things, and one of those things being representation versus results. And what we mean by that is, let's talk about it, right? It's a big deal. And first, shout out to Prepaid, because he suggested the idea. And I was going to get specific on the Kim K thing, but we'll talk about why she's on the cover. If you don't know, you should know. But this is kind of a conversation we've had from time to time. We've talked about Obama and Trump. We've talked about, is representation necessary in movies? We talk about Black Panther a lot and all this stuff. But let me get to my point, and we're going to address this. And whether you agree or disagree, I want to know how you feel. And I'll open up the line. I want to know how you feel about it. But first, before we get into it, let's see who we have joining us this evening. I can't forget the friends of the Den, the denizens, the Den generates, the Den folk. Let's see, Professor Trill, Culture Anubis, Baker Man, Ferocious, Balin, DeMarcus, Vici. Let me see. Jess Sarah. Hey, Jess Sarah, how you doing this evening? Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? XOJ, and I believe that everybody's in the chat. If I missed you, I ain't dish you. It's all love. But so let's kind of talk about it. If you haven't heard, in the last 90 days, Kim K has gotten 17 people, or has participated in helping 17 people basically get off some fucked up ass drug charge. Basically, they were serving life sentences. Some of these people have been 10, 16, 20 years in jail. We know about the lady she's helped in the back in the past. She's actually helped 2 or 3 people. And part of that is she's funding, helping them people get reintegrated into society, getting them, rides home when they get out of jail, basically paying the lawyers that are helping, check out their case and stuff as she's studying to become a lawyer herself. You know, a lot of people, even including myself, I used to talk a lot of shit about Kim Kardashian. But I have to eat all the bullshit that I've said about her because what she's doing is respectable. She's taking her celebrity status to benefit people. So, you know, you got a lot of people, oh, she's a culture vulture and she's this, that, and, you know, she got the big ass and it's fake and all that stuff, which may be true. The big ass may be fake. You know, it is what it is. There's a lot of that going around. But, you know, people talking, oh, she's having black kids. They really don't care about black people. She's done more for black people in probably the last 90 days, because the majority of these people are black, have had fucked up drug sentences, in combination with Trump passing the First Step Act. And so she's been helping, you know, these cases get brought up, attention being brought to these. We can talk about Centoya Jackson, we can talk about the first lady she helped. But she's been doing a lot of work. And she's done more, Kim Kardashian has done more for black people than Obama did. Probably more than Jesse or Al or any of these people, right? And we have, what's the motherfucking deal, Rob? Rashida, what's the motherfucking deal? Maria, what's the motherfucking deal? But my thing is, we give her flack. We give her a lot of hate, you know, and I don't really give a shit, you know, but I know a lot of women who hate, oh, she doesn't care, she got black kids, she's fake black, you know, blah, 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 all this stuff that's irrelevant. But she's done more for them. But we'll praise, or not will, a large portion of the black community will praise people like Al and Jesse Hughes, these poverty pimps who go and jump on these cases to get notoriety, but they never do it. You never see any outcomes from it. You never see any beneficial outcome come from anything these motherfuckers get involved in, except for them getting paid. And so I want to talk about that, because what Kim K did, what she's doing, if you want to look at it, that First Step Act that Donald Trump has helped pass, or he's passed, you know, the bill that, you know, got brought for him, has done more than Obama. Obama was representation. Obama was black man in the White House, smooth talker, nice suit, basketball court barbecue, listens to rap music, brings all the rappers in. Obama was representation. Kim Kardashian, the Trump bill, things like that, that's what I mean by results, okay? And so I want y'all to understand what the conversation here is about and where we're trending with this, okay? You look at movies like Black Panther. That was a big, huge deal about representation. Oh, we finally got, you know, a black Marvel hero and everything else. And if you have not seen, you know, Endgame, I'm going to ruin some stuff here in a minute. I'm going to tell y'all niggas about yourself about this Endgame, right? But the thing is, what did Black Panther do for niggas besides motherfuckers dapping each other and throwing X's across their chest looking like Dez Bryant and shit? Everybody act like it was going to be the game changer. Everybody's like, oh, this movie going to change everything. It didn't change anything. Who do you know, you know what I'm saying? Who do you know that really changed their life after watching Black Panther? Other than their handshakes, who changed their life? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Give everybody flack. There's more than enough hate to go around. So my thing, I won't say she's done the most. I'm sure there's other people who've been doing things, but what I'm saying is what she's done discredited because she's not black? You know, even though she has mixed children or whatever else it is. Like, do we discredit her? You know, because we always talk about these black. You talk about these movie makers and these. You got the Tyler Perrys, the Oprahs, all these people who, you know, have probably more pull, have more money, or maybe at one point did, maybe not now, than the Kardashians. But they got the same look as us. So do we rather support this representation, or should we be more focused on results? Should we be supporting people who get results done in the community? And I say these things because it carries over into politics in a way, all right? And what I mean by that is, you know, black folks, minority, marginalized groups, or whoever you want to consider yourself. So it's not just black folks. You know, you can say, you know, women empowerment. You can talk about gay, LGTB, TCBY. You could talk about any group that feels like they're marginalized, right? They They coming out with a lesbian Batwoman. Stop. That's terrible. And I'm going to get to movies. So I'm going to get back to movies here in just a second. While representation in movies, it doesn't matter. At one point I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. But ultimately it doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you why. But we've been leaning Democrat all this time because they'll throw something out there. They'll say something that makes you feel represented, like they give a fuck about you. But yet, once they get elected, nothing changes, nothing happens, nothing's different. You look in the Democratic cities around America with Democratic mayors, and Prepaid pointed that out a few calls back. This is where a lot of your worst crime is. This is where a lot of your worst situations are happening. I forgot where it was. There was a young girl got killed a while back, and I'm looking at this dude's criminal record. And this motherfucker had been in and out of jail, 10, 15 times, it seems like, within the last year or two, for all kind of weapons charges, drug charges, all kind of shit, but it's constantly getting off. And then he got off and was able to get out and kill that girl. I want to say it might have been, I can't remember exactly where it was. But again, Akon, results. Niggas ain't fuck with Akon. He's doing it over in Africa. It is what it is. We'll talk about it. It's all good. Well, why isn't it happening here? Nipsey was results. Regardless of how you feel about him, he was creating results, actually bringing business to black communities, actually building business, regardless of his path. We're just talking about the results that he garnered. He was helping people who had in bad situations. He helped fund the little STEM school. Again, like I said, gave felons jobs when it was hard to get work. No guns, none of that shit around there. Giving people second chances, building stuff for the kids, for the youth. Those are results. So a lot of motherfuckers can talk about their fucking alcohol brand and all this other shit, the shit that continues to keep us fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The shit that continues to keep us lost. That's not results, but we'll talk about that. Oh, I seen Jay-Z sipping some Douce. I'm gonna get this Douce. I don't give a fuck about that goddamn Douce, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give a fuck about these brands, Ciroc and all that. So I don't even drink like that. So, and I'm not knocking anybody who drinks, but I'm just saying, where are the results? Because I'm not seeing it. And anyway, and not to put Kim K on this super pedestal, but what she is doing, she's using her name, she's using her money, she's using her status to get shit done. But niggas, some of us black folks, some of us niggas, because of who's in the White House, no, we're not going over there. We're not fucking with him because it's a bad look on us. When we represent the black culture, it's a bad look on us. When you've seen several people go there and things happen. When the NFL shit happened, he said, hey, you send me a list of people you think have been wronged. You send me a list of people you think have been, violated by the law, and I'm going to take a look into it. How many people took advantage of that? How many people tried to, exact results on that? None. Not one list, not one letter, not one what. Why? Why not? And again, if you're trying to get results or you're trying to look a certain way, what is it? Are we trying to keep up a fucking image, or are we trying to make change happen? Because let me tell you who don't give a shit about who it is and what they look like as far as getting these cases handled. The motherfuckers who are getting set free off these charges, they don't give a shit if it's Kim K. They don't give a fuck if it's Ray J. They don't care a fuck anything. Like, do you realize, like, by 6 degrees of separation or whatever you want to call it, Ray J's dick is setting people free. Ray J's dick is building economies. Like, it all started with a sex tape. This whole family that blew up. Of course, the mama marketed properly and all this other shit, man. But, they capitalized off that sex tape, and they took all that energy and all that notoriety and built an empire. And now this empire is helping people who they feel are wronged by society get second chance. People who were never looking to see the light of day under Clinton era policies, under Obama, people that those type of people vote for, people that black folks vote for that have never done anything. These are the ones who enacted these policies that put us in this position, but yet we still go vote for them because why? Well, I heard the Republicans were racist. Like, word? So, word? But when you had the guy that looked like you in the White House, what got done? Nothing. He did stuff for the gay people. He enacted legislation to try to legalize gay marriage. He was all about that. He went to Africa, and instead of trying to do shit to help Africa, he went to Africa and tell them, hey, you guys got to start You gotta go and you gotta look at the gays and you gotta stop harassing them. You gotta stop killing them. You gotta let the gays live amongst you. You gotta let the gays be gay. And it's okay because we're doing this in America and they label me the gay president. And I'm okay with that because if it means that we're being progressive and we're making moves, then it means something. I'm not gonna do shit for them niggas. Them niggas don't mean shit to me. I already got their vote. Fuck them. Fuck them niggas. Fuck their situation. Fuck Chicago. I'm going to go and do what I got to do, so that maybe I can get my wife on. But that's really what it is, man. Like, Obama's out there bullshit. He gonna go to Africa and tell these motherfuckers about, like, he ain't telling them how to get on, how to fix some shit. And these motherfuckers not doing nothing. Like, but we love this man, right? And so all I'm saying is representation of results. We're not getting results. And it's not about, like I say, it's partially about politics, but we're not getting results by the things that we promote and we prop up, right? And what I'm saying by that is, like I said, we talk about Black Panther being huge, being big, being super, everything. And Black Panther did nothing to change the community. But we're sweeping this stuff under the rug as far as what Kim K is doing, as far as the legislation that Trump has passed. Most people don't even know about the shit. Most people don't even know about the legislation that Trump passed. And again, I'm not a Trump supporter. Like, I don't give a fuck about Trump. I don't give a fuck about any politician. I'm just speaking the facts. That's what I'm saying. That's all I can give you. Like, I don't care if he got impeached. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that. But what I'm saying is, this is what happened. He passed legislation and several hundred, or a couple of thousand actually, people are going to get their freedom under this act. Why couldn't Obama do that? Why couldn't they, it's bipartisan legislation. All I'm saying is we don't want to work with the man. He's thrown several opportunities, and I'm just trying to figure out why. Because we don't want to look a certain way. What about the people who are really, like, if you really gave a fuck about the people who are suffering, about the people who are hurting, then you would swallow your pride and do whatever it takes to get them out. Right? Let's talk about representation though, right? We complain about, not just black folks. This is everybody. Nowadays in the movies, y'all notice like every TV show, every movie has to have a gay character now. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Why does every show, every movie has to have a gay character? Niggas is mad because we're not getting the token black in every movie. But y'all complain about this about American movies, right? Y'all wasn't tripping on Ip Man. Every nigga I know done seen motherfucking Ip Man. Y'all wasn't tripping about black representation in Ip Man. Y'all wasn't tripping on shit like that in all these animes. It might be one in every 20 animes might be one nigga cartoon character. Niggas ain't tripping. Niggas watching that shit to the T. Niggas know every Dragon Ball Z, every Naruto, every motherfucking me, One Punch Man, all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And nobody ain't tripping on that, right? So what does representation in entertainment really mean? Okay, like what value does it really provide? Because I know people say, I just want to see somebody who looks like me on the screen. Really? So you telling me if they throw one nigga on the screen, that represents all of us? That represents, because we're all that one nigga. We all that one dude. He's you know what I'm saying? He's that guy that represents us all. Because he could be that one clown ass nigga on the screen. Kevin Hart's been the token guy in a bunch of movies. Does Kevin Hart represent you? You don't represent me. You know what I'm saying? It could be, what's her name? Ghetto Chicken Purse. Tiffany Haddish. She be the ghetto role in the movie. She might be the only token chick in the movie. Does she represent black females, every black female? No. So what I'm saying is, there are plenty of movies that you can enjoy. I think that niggas got to stop, because it's just such a confusing message to me, right? Because I believe in building your own. You want to see representation, then make more movies, man. Especially in this day and age, motherfuckers can make movies with ease and throw that shit up on the tube, throw that shit up on, Amazon, throw that shit up on whatever. It's all about marketing. Niggas is making, if these niggas social media stars are making small mini movies and all that, you can do it too. But it's not about that. Like, it's not like there's not plenty of black movies. We want to be a part of these movies too. And again, so you take that one character. You think the one gay guy in every movie represents every gay in America? You know what I'm saying? No. Exactly. Colorism. Now it's about the color. Like, it's so many technicalities because I believe in art. I believe in artistic freedoms. And so if the person who wrote this story had a certain vision, had a certain visual of this story, then let them have that. Now, if this character doesn't look like this, and this character ain't this, and this character don't do this, then I really ain't fucking with it. Why? Why not, man? Like, what is the problem? Why can't you just enjoy the story without want to interject yourself or something you feel like is you and everyone? And then if the black character ain't what you want, then it's not good enough. Like, why can't we enjoy the movies? Why can't we just enjoy whatever else it may be? You know, entertainment doesn't have to encompass all and everything. Because I'm going to be honest. Like, the feminine ass gay character in every movie, it's like, I'm sure this movie could have been all right without. It's like, it's forced. You know, again, I don't want to watch every movie I see have to explain why this particular character is doing this. The Beauty and the Beast, what was the live action? The little dude was gay. Like, why? Why is he gay? Oh, because now it's the cool thing to do. He wasn't gay in the original one. It wasn't a thing, you know. But it is what it is. Why they made a black version of Steel Magnolia? Why? Why? I don't understand. It's just, it's crazy stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna open the line. Again, whether you agree with me, you disagree with me, it doesn't matter. That's what the Den is all about. It's all about conversation. It's all about understanding. It's all about seeing different perspectives. I'm just spilling my perspective. And now The Wiz, to me, was something different. Now, if you're making a movie and you're just replacing the color of the actors, that's terrible. But if you're actually adding an artistic element to it, you know what I'm saying? Then that's different. The Wiz is greatness, you know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is, whether you agree, whether you disagree, however you feel about what we're speaking about tonight, I want to know how you feel. And I'm trying to take certain stances because I want to know, you know, again, if you disagree, then why do you disagree? What's on your mind? Tell me why you feel that way. Because, you know, help me understand. And you know, we all grow as den folk when you do that. So, let me open up this motherfucking line. I don't know why I had these earphones on the whole time. I ain't even been listening to shit. It is what it is, player. What's going on? Oh, yeah, that's no good. Where we at, Jack? Where we at? All right, cool. And bada bing, bada boom, Betty boop. There we go. You want to call into the Den, 833-284-3336 if you want to. They're like, you don't know if your bag is gay. Yeah, oh man, them motherfuckers, they move as a unit. I don't even think half them believe in the shit they talking about, but they gonna move as a unit. The gays gonna move as a unit. They gonna make sure they gonna get into your college, they gonna get into your Morehouse, they gonna get into your movies, they gonna go to your mama house. And motherfuckers know how to establish political influence. Why? Because the gays are spending money. And politicians don't give a fuck about your vote. They care about your money. How many of y'all niggas voted for Obama? And then how many niggas sent money to Obama? And there's gonna be a big difference. If we talk about raising hands, it's gonna be a big fucking difference. You feel me? That's why niggas not getting shit. Send money to all these black leaders, these so-called black leaders, or people who's supposed to be, you know, head of, they're not getting shit done for you. You know. That's what I never understood too. I would think that the LGBT thing, that's a weird thing. Like, when you want to be represented as your own individual situation, but that's neither here nor there. That's just my opinion. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the Den this evening?
Well, of course, it's prepaid, man. I got to shine first.
Already, man. Prepaid. What's on your motherfucking mind, man?
Man, I'm late night at the office, man. I've been stuck in this bitch all day. I've been trying to get in, and I'm listening to the chat, but look, bro, the reason why this conversation should get very deep, because in the black community, we have a huge problem, representation versus result. We love a motherfucker who look like us, but we don't give about the motherfucker who do for us. You know what I'm saying? The reason why this thing sparked my mind when the whole Kim K thing, because I had classmates who graduated from law school with me. We're in a group chat, and they said they think, you know, and they were like, well, you know, I think what Kim K doing is very, you know, it's very admirable and it's very good what she's doing, but she shouldn't be the face of it. And I said, well, explain, because I pretty much knew where it was going, but I said, well, explain it to me, because I don't want to jump to conclusions. I never want to, you know, I want from the words nobody's mouth.
Yeah.
They said, we just feel like she should have stepped to the side and let somebody black be the face of it. I said, so let me get this straight. So Kim K is good enough to get these people out of prison. She's good enough to pay for the attorneys. She's good enough to pay people rent when they come home. But she ain't going to be the face of the movement.
Yeah,
well, because for black people, we don't need any white saviors. I say, well, first and foremost, Kim K is not white.
Yeah.
She's Armenian. That's not white. It's Asian. Like, that's not. I said, but that's not here nor there. Why does a person who's willing to make the sacrifice to go over and beyond to make sure this movement actually works, why does she have to take a back seat because you feel like you want somebody who looks like you to be the face of the movement? Why? I said, because I said you have an inferiority complex within yourself. Because if results is all that matters, if 17 fathers are coming home to their wife and kids, if 17 mothers are coming home to their babies who they ain't seen in 20 years, that's all that should matter for us. But it's never enough. For black people, it's never enough. There's not a black person in the world who's going to do something and take a back seat and give somebody white the credit for that shit. These niggas go out and hand out frozen turkeys on Thanksgiving, and they think they need no brown. They got to make every Snapchat video, Instagram post. You're giving out $5 frozen turkeys to the quote-unquote to the hood. Where the fuck they going to cook them at? Y'all gave all these homeless niggas some turkeys. Where they gonna cook the turkey at? Please tell me. Y'all give out the one item everybody got on Thanksgiving. Honcho, you ain't never had, we all struggled growing up. You ain't never had a Thanksgiving where y'all ain't had no turkey.
Everybody had turkey, no matter how down bad
you gonna give a nigga. So let me get this straight. On Christmas, y'all gonna give everybody a fucking candy cane? Bitch, everybody got candy canes already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, you know, you kind of segue with the whole situation with Obama and, you know, dealing with Trump. And I know I hate politics, nigga. I don't give a shit what you hate, because it's the truth. Yeah. We gave Obama 2 terms. I voted for Obama twice. Yeah. Nigga ain't give a shit about prison reform. How does a person look like us, know what prison system did to us, and didn't give a shit about it? Yeah, Trump get in office, and that's one of the first things on the agenda. We know the prisons are overcrowded. Let's have a sit down. Let's have a conversation. Let's get to the bottom. Let's change some things. None of these niggas will show up. He racist though. Listen, if Trump is racist, I'm just telling y'all, if the nigga is racist, he the worst racist in fucking American history. You got to be the worst fucking racist in American history. And it's so mind-boggling, because I've never been to prison, but if you got family members who've been to prison, you know the problem ain't people coming home. It's getting acclimated in the free world, which fucks them up. People who go to prison really become institutionalized. They used to somebody tell them when to wake up, when they go to sleep, what to eat. People, bruh, I got an uncle who was locked up 25 years. You know what I'm saying? By no accounts am I saying he was innocent. I know what he did. You know what I'm saying? Sold a lot of big dope. You know what I'm saying? So he earned his time. He did his time and came home. My uncle was literally confined to his room for about 6 months. He was in the room for 6 months doing push-ups and sit-ups for 6 months. TV scared him, because you got to remember, 25 years ago, wasn't no plasma. Yeah. Wasn't no fucking, 4K TVs and all this shit. He come home, tripped the fuck out. Phones, he scared of phones, technology was scaring him. Nobody's going to hire a person who's been in prison for 25 years. He has no life skills. Kim K is getting these people out, and she's paying their rent for a whole year. If a person been selling dope, that's the only means of making money. They've been selling drugs pretty much their whole life. So many of us have, their daddy sold dope, their mama sold dope, they sell dope. If a person get locked up for 25 years and come home, and he ain't got nowhere to stay, guess what the only thing he gonna possibly do?
Sell some dope and go back to jail.
That's all. That's it. That's the only thing he know how to do. So she just literally get people reacclimated and getting people jobs and giving people an opportunity. And that shit shouldn't be brushed over. I don't give a fuck if the bitch look like she's like a motherfucking Ninja Turtle. I don't give a shit. The results matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And as black people, one day as we get to a point where results mean more representation, we're going to get off this fucking Democratic plantation, bro. You know what I'm saying? When the results mean something to you, when you look at President Trump policy, you look at the First Step Act, when you look at these people coming home and that shit don't make you feel warm on the inside, something wrong with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at the polls, you know, and they're saying that Joe Biden has the greatest chance of representing the Democratic Party in the 2020 election. Yeah. I'm asked a question, and I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds for somebody to answer this shit. As y'all know, the third strike rule, which led to mass incarceration of black people, would put all these people in prison. You know what I'm saying? With the president at the time was Bill Clinton. Yeah. I think we all know that, right? Mm-hmm. Hillary played a huge part in it, you know what I'm saying, to getting the votes, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. Does anybody know the senator who wrote that legislative work, that bill? Does anybody know?
What was that Biden? I seen him giving a hearty speech about something that sounded real similar to some of that super predator language that Hillary was using.
The language of mass incarceration, the language is so fucked up. If y'all get a chance to read litigation, just look it up. And I tell y'all to read this shit for yourself. Don't listen to me. Read it for yourself. Read the language of how this bill was passed. No. The senator came from Delaware, so that should give somebody a hint. Does anybody know the answer to this? The senator who wrote the legislation, what this dude that fucked up, he took all these black fathers and took all these and broke up, was none other than Joseph Biden. If you vote for Uncle Joe, better known as Creepy Joe Biden, for fucking president, you are literally the coon that you called me. You're the coon. The same coon y'all call Rob and y'all call me and y'all call Broderick and y'all call Honcho. You are literally that coon. How the fuck you gonna vote for a motherfucker who gonna take by prison reform when he the motherfucker who wrote the legislation for it? See, this is what y'all have to get past representation from. Y'all let Democrats tell you they're here for the poor people. We represent those who can't help themselves. Bitch, y'all the reason we poor. And how they represent us and helping us if the same poor people you was helping are still poor. How the fuck is you gonna tell me you a trainer, you gonna be lose weight, and I've been fat this whole time? I'm not gonna keep paying you for that shit. Where are the results? 65 years of research and these motherfuckers ain't done nothing. You keep on going back to it. You keep on going back to it. I'm not telling you to believe me. Look it up for yourself. Look at the Delaware senator who signed and wrote that shit. His name's on the bottom of every last piece of paper. Every last one. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna give y'all another piece of information that I become privy to. They have Jay-Z and Meek Mill are doing this. They're doing something where they're gonna pledge. Got some donors. They're gonna pledge $50 million towards prison reform. Yeah. Let me explain to y'all what cloud chasing looks like and how fucked up this is to the American people. Jay, you're the biggest voice in the black community, bro. You and Beyonce. Why you won't go sit down with Trump?
Straight up.
Why go out here and pledge all this money towards your quote-unquote prison reform? Prison reform is prison reform, my nigga. Trump is letting out black people. Why set up this whole situation to where it's going to take you 4 years to bring home 40 people? You could have brought home 4,000 by the time your shit went in place. See, to a motherfucker who locked up eating noodles and Spam, you don't give a shit who bring him home. But you cloud chasing, Jay. You don't want to align yourself with a motherfucker who doing for your people? Why? Why? So you ever drowned before? You ever been somewhere in the pool or been swimming and kind of caught a Charlie horse and started drowning?
Man, I had one time when I was young, I was in the pool. I pissed off a big girl and she tried to drown me. I was young. She was a few years older than me. I damn near died. No.
Who saved you?
Who was it? It was either a cousin or an auntie or something. I can't even remember who it was. It was so long ago. I was on the brink of blacking out. I just remember getting pulled up out that bitch.
You know what? You know why you don't remember who saved you? Because it didn't fucking matter. You just want to be saved. You don't want to die in this bitch.
Yeah.
Because the results matter. It didn't matter if you like this person, love this person, had the best person. Nigga, fucking save me. And when we get to that point in life as a people, dog, I'm telling you, when black people get to this point, bro, we are going to take our rightful place among society at the top of the food chain. We're the most resilient people in this world. We come from nothing. We can take everything that's available to us. because we that fucking resilient. Now let me tell you how representation work and how the shit how it tricks us. Black Panther was the most amazing movie to niggas. Oh my God, we finally got people who look like us. Nigga, did y'all not watch Blade?
Word.
Did y'all not watch Spawn?
Word.
Here's a better one for you. Have y'all ever watched Django? A lot of people gave a lot of slack to Quentin Tarantino because they said the word nigga in the movie.
Yeah.
Did anybody really actually watch how powerful Django was?
Man,
that German man taught Django how to read, write, showed him how to move in a room full of motherfuckers who hate you, showed him how to shoot a gun. The most powerful move they did was turn him into a bounty hunter. He killed the white people who oppressed him every fucking day and got paid top dollar for it. That wasn't empowerment to y'all? Oh, they should have said something like Wakanda forever. That's what it was to you? See, the powerful shit that's right there in front of your face, if they don't put a bow on it, if they don't put a bow on for black people, you'll never see it. Django was 1,000 times more powerful than Black Panther was. Because it was that, and like, you know, it was a scene when he came back to Candyland when he broke out, and he came back and he killed him, and he was like, Calvin Candy said a whole bunch of bullshit, but he said one thing was right. I am that one extraordinary nigga. All these slaves sitting around here letting people beat on their motherfucking ass, but Django fought back. He was a nigga that rose up. As black people, we got to become our own Django. Not to go shoot and kill no white people from a mental standpoint, bro. Get rid of that get rid of that glass ceiling that you can put on top of yourself that ain't even there. Break through that shit. You got a white partner who doing something in life and they taking care of their business, man, ride with that nigga, man. Get them results. That's it for me, man. I'm going to let y'all have it. I was passionate about this conversation, bro. Honcho, you got any questions for me, big dog?
Man, I ain't got nothing. You done covered it all, man.
Fuck with me.
I already prepaid. Appreciate it. And man, very, very good point about Django. Because I'm going to tell you in Django, the scene that got me the most, when he he got to whipping on old buddy and got to unleashing it, man, you felt it. You damn near felt it. You know what I'm saying? That shit there was what it felt like. I was like, oh damn. But man, so I want to know how y'all feel, man. So I want to know what y'all thinking about representation, about the whole situation. Is it something that you feel is necessary? Is it something that you feel is are we underrepresented? Do people need to see themselves in movies, like you just mentioned? You know, again, because motherfuckers act like Black Panther was the only thing. And some of us who've been watching for a little minute, the Spawn might have been my favorite out of all. Blade was cool. I fuck with Blade. I think I watched it was like 3 of them. I think I watched 2 of the 3 of them hoes. But shit, Spawn was my shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, why didn't those type of movies get the love? Why didn't those movies get the same type of push? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was wrong with that? Why weren't they good enough? You know what I'm saying? I like the way you die, boy. Hey, man, that's all I'm saying. And again, not to take it from no racist aspect, but this is why I say what I say, because I look at it like this, man. You talk about the glass ceiling, and the glass ceiling is a mental thing when you don't feel like you're good enough. And this is why I say I started looking at the Dem versus the Republican thing differently. A Republican gonna tell you, man, you can get up and get it. It's there for you. He's gonna tell you that you got every opportunity. He's not doubting you. When a person talks to you like that, that's telling you got every go. You can make it happen. But when a person's telling you, oh well, see, you've been held back. The reasons why, and they're giving you this crutch to lean on for you not to execute to the fullest. They're telling you that this ceiling is there. See, the reason you'll never make it is because, all this stuff happened to you, man. Just, don't even try. And it's like, that's that glass ceiling, that mental ceiling, is because you got people telling you, man, look, and you got people telling you that because of what happened to other people that may have put you in a bad starting position, that you can't make it, that you won't make it. Man, fuck that, man. Fuck that. It's like it would kill these niggas like Jay. How you made it, my nigga? You started off selling dope, right? You made it to the top, and I'm not telling niggas to go out and sell dope, but if you can make it, I'm a nigga off the street to figure out how to make a couple little business moves, then why can't somebody else do it, right? Why can't I do it? Why can't, the next nigga do it? But again, it's a lot of crazy stuff, man. A lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. But here's what I want to get to, too. Again, if you have not seen Endgame, I'm going to talk about something. Because I said I was going to do a video on it, and I never did I said the virtue signaling video. The ending to Endgame, I guess this is part of the reason why I was just not big on it, right? The ending to Endgame, Captain America does something. And there's an exchange at the end, right? So if you ain't seen it, I'm finna ruin it for you. I'm giving you a couple of seconds. I'm gonna talk about it for a couple of minutes. If you need to go get you a drink of water or whatever the fuck you don't want to hear, it is what it is. Captain America, spoiler alert, gives that fucking shield to old buddy, right? Gives it to the black dude. And niggas was super amped about that. Half y'all niggas don't like the real America. If not more than half. How the fuck y'all give a fuck about a black Captain America? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And again, I don't even remember what his power originally was. I still don't even know how Captain America did some other shit. But anyway. But, and niggas was super crunk about that. It was Falcon that it was? Okay. I didn't even know what this fucking, I couldn't even remember what the fuck, who is this nigga? This nigga barely in the movie. But my thing is just like, niggas was super crunk and super excited. But yeah, because they did a pretty good job of following through the comics. But I ain't gonna say I sat there and kept up with all of them. But once I went back and just kind of checked on some things, trying to figure some stuff out, they said they pretty much stayed in the line. Not all the way, but a lot of it. But it's like niggas were super cross, all niggas super excited about that. But it's like, how you like a black Captain America, but you don't like the real America? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because I'll be honest, I'm like, I forgot what is this nigga's powers again? Who is this nigga? This nigga was an assistant or something. I really didn't know. Like, and so my thing is, the thing is, it's just not knocking it. But I think the priority, man, like what Prepaid Mike, I do want to go back to that, because what he said about Kim K should fall back and let it be a blackface. Do everything, but let it be a black. Wouldn't that be the most disingenuous shit? Wouldn't that be the most disingenuous shit? So you rather lie to your people to make them believe that this nigga's doing all this for you, but in reality, it's somebody else. People don't want the credit for the work they put in. Point blank. Why? So she can continue to get slandered and hated on for having, mixed kids and everything else. But she doing more for you niggas than this face or whoever else, these motherfuckers who claim, all this pro-blackness and all this other stuff, man. Look. Again, I tell y'all all the time. I'll take this call. We're gonna cover it. What's the motherfucking deal, man? We got calling into the den this evening. Hello.
Honcho.
Yes, sir.
This Prepaid again. Hey, I'm going to chime in one last time, bro, about this Endgame situation, because I read a lot of comic books growing up. I'm not like most Marvel fans.
Yeah.
That shit never happened in none of my comic books. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I know it didn't happen. Because Steve Nelson, Captain America, was genetically formed by the government. He was a government weapon. What the fuck is Papa Doc from 8 Mile gonna do for the Avengers?
That's what I was wondering, man. Because it was a lot of shit that happened, and you know, even that little America Thor situation. I was like, how did that take place? But anyway, that's another thing. But
So Clarence is gonna just take over and be the leader of the Avengers. Fam, let me tell you something. That's that pandering shit I be talking about.
mm-hmm.
That's that bullshit, that's representation, and everybody was excited about it. Now, y'all ain't never liked America. Y'all don't like Captain America, but they put Clarence out there from 8 Mile, from the Free World, 313 Free World. Y'all excited? Fam, the Falcon character shouldn't excite anybody. There ain't been a movie that he been in, he ain't got beat up. So the person gonna lead the Avengers is a nigga who is 27. A regular ass nigga who 0 for 27. The Falcon probably works at Best Buy in the daytime and becomes the Falcon at night, and this is who we supposed to be excited for. This is the reason why Endgame is really the end game for me, because I can't watch no shit like that.
God damn.
Y'all not finna have me out here watching this nigga with this fucked up beard talking about leading motherfucking. So, okay, let me stop being funny.
No.
When they travel to another galaxy, how the fuck is the Falcon gonna get there? Or how the regular ass human gonna get there? His superpower is battle rapping. What are you gonna get there and do? This has the end. And the thing about it is, as long as we keep supporting that bullshit, it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
Just like we gonna create this whole fake facade of Black Panther being this beast. Black Panther in every comic book, and if you read comic books, you know I'm not lying. Black Panther was the weakest superhero. He got beat up by everybody. In the movie, he got beat up. Niggas just glossed over it because they was excited because everybody looks like me. Yeah. That nigga's weak, bro. I'm just saying.
He did get his ass whooped. I was rooting for Kemah.
He ain't winning, and that's the reason why the movie was so terrible to me. Because look at the fight scene. The fight scene. Okay, so Michael B. Jordan beat him up to the point where he whooped the nigga, threw him off a cliff.
Yeah. You
mean to tell me a nigga put you in some ice, you ain't do no training, you come back and beat this nigga in 13 seconds?
Damn.
Okay. All right. You know what? Fuck that shit. Y'all can have it. I'm going to bed. This is some bullshit.
Man. Look, I tell you, I always root for the bad guys, man. I was rooting for Killmonger like a motherfucker. I was rooting for Thanos like a motherfucker. Thanos was the OG. That nigga was whooping everybody, man. Thanos was a man of principle, though. That's why I fuck with Thanos, because he was about something. You know, his intentions were good. He just may not have had, his logic was solid, you know. It just, you know, some people was just going to have to take an L so the rest could prevail. I had no problem. I had no problem with the motherfucking, with Thanos. So we talking about Captain 313. This nigga ain't even Captain America. Yeah, Killmonger too. His philosophy to me was solid. I mean, I ain't knocking the philosophy. You know, these niggas, that's why I say, man, sometimes the bad guys, you gotta understand what they talking about. I'm finna go watch this Joker. When he come out, see what he talking about, why he on his shit. So he didn't become a leader, he just took up a name. And Krasnov said it did happen, okay, it was a recent thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very interesting, man, these movements that, you know what I'm saying, that happen, man. I'm saying that nigga Thanos was so real, that nigga just posted up, that nigga was right there, that nigga like, what's up? Oh, okay. That nigga just cool, because he knew it was going down. He knew he was going to get what he needed, you know. Like I said, there's a couple of things that happened in Endgame. The whole super feminist movement, you know what I'm saying, that little scene killed me. The little gay dating scene killed me. That end Captain America scene, that shit kind of killed me. It was a couple little things in that business. I was just like, really? Really? Okay. Oh man. Look, if y'all see me starting to squinch up my face and shit, start wiggling my lip, I'll be trying to find that. Look, let me cut this camera off. I can't be on camera sneezing. I'll be out of there. Yeah, man, that line right there, that shit was hard, nigga. That shit there, look like that nigga there, man. That nigga Thanos was real. Freddie, hey, what's the motherfucking deal, man? You know what I'm saying? So, you see Black Panther 5 with all the extra rights and shit. Oh man, that nigga got his ass whooped. That nigga Killmonger was about that shit. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was about that shit. That nigga been fucking ready for that shit his whole motherfucking life. And that little end suspect weird shit, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I might have a booger, do I? But you know, it is what it is, man. See, what it is, these late ass games, Jack. I'm telling you, man. You know, it ain't that bad. They're gonna bounce back. Rock's gonna bounce back. It's gonna be closer than y'all think, man. Don't even trip, man. Don't even trip. Wow, some weird shit. Told y'all, but I told you our play wasn't gonna be stagnant forever. You know what I'm saying? He going. I told you he wasn't gonna be stagnant forever. Shit, they say expected. Still doing shit, airballing, missing shit. And nigga got Aisha on his mind. Aisha got some other nigga on her mind. And so it is what it is. Man, look. All I'm saying though is I'm trying to see, you know, if anybody feels different. If they feel like if representation is really necessary. Because what does representation really do for you besides, you know, stroke the ego, make you feel good? Oh, somebody looks like me. But what is it? What are the benefits of it? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to know. What are the benefits of representation? Can a story still not be good? Can a story still be good even without representation? You know. And I want to know what people are feeling. I want to know what people are thinking. You want the results to represent, and that's what it's about, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just like what Prepe said, man. About that shit blows my mind. Though, that somebody would say that she needs to fall back and let somebody else be the face. Why? So they can fake it. So they can fake the funk like they doing all this shit. So the niggas can believe in the lie. So you would rather, and we the motherfuckers always talking about keeping it real. So let's keep it real. Kim Kardashian is doing something for the fucking black community. Nobody wants to give her a due for it because they don't want what he said, don't want a white face on it. Well, the niggas start acting right, niggas start changing the game up, then guess what? You don't have to have a Armenian face on it. But again, man, it is what it is. The birthday cake, Rice Krispie treats, the ones made with what you talking about, the ones that motherfuckers make with them Fruity Pebbles? Or they got like some actual birthday cake, Rice Krispie treats. If so, I might be missing out. I might need to know what's really going down. So you just finish your psychology phone, so you feel like, you know, man, shit, call in. What's on your mind, man? You know what I mean? But again, like I say, man, it's just, it's like, man, look, it's cool. I get it. But again, just to have that one character, or, you know, people, there's no, hold on, we got a call coming in. Let's see what the motherfucking deal is. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, this is Sean.
Hey, Miss Sean, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, wow. I'm kind of coming in off of, you know, I may be a little bit behind because for me, I don't know for anybody else, but you're like breaking in and out. So I'm hearing like parts of the conversation. I heard Prepaid talking about something and something about Kim and I guess the release from prisoners.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the topic, so I'm going to just kind of hit it real quick and get out because I'm tired tonight.
Okay.
But I got the gist of, you know, kind of what he was saying. I don't know if there's some controversy. I saw it a little bit about Kim Kardashian, and she was facilitating or helping the release of 17 prisoners. And I think the topic is about representation. So if you, from a representation standpoint, I think that's good because they should be representing, okay? They should be using their weight for the cause if they are true to the cause. But what I want to, because I actually know this a little bit kind of intimately, so this is why I wanted to call in, is because prison reform, this is something, you know, I've got friends, we've done it for years, working with attorneys, and it's not about making an announcement or whatever. It doesn't happen overnight. There's casework, there's volunteer work, so you have to actually go in to the prisons. You have to review the cases. You have to evaluate the cases, and not only that, sometimes you have to relitigate the cases, even if it's not like in a jury form, but through an administrative process. So I just want everybody to know that don't think just because Kim Kardashian got 17 prisoners and this just kind of popped up. I mean, we've been doing this for years. Honestly, if you really understand the scope and what it takes to release a prisoner, I know people very firsthand. That's what they do. Pretty much all as volunteerism, and they, either you're going to do it because here's where the breakdown is. The breakdown is nobody's going to spend money to release a prisoner. Once you're in prison, you're in prison. In prison. Who gives a fuck about you? Think about it. It's only, what we call liberation lawyers. Lawyers. That's what they do. It's their job. They got to get out here and they got a lawyer. And some of them, you just think about your own personal job. They want to make a name for themselves. They lawyer what we call in a certain way. But then you have certain lawyers lawyer in what we call a liberation way. In other words, they're not just taking their lawyer degree just to make money and drive a Rolls Royce. They are about true justice and reaching back. But once you get to prison, let me tell you, you ain't got no helping hand. Not really. You got very, very few. And then you have some lawyers that will reach back. Those lawyers can't do it alone. And this is how I know because I've been involved in it. So don't take what Kim is doing as something brilliant. What she's doing is putting recognition on a cause. But this is how things get twisted. Because you can put recognition on a cause, but you also have to give recognition to the real doers and the people who's doing the grunt work, the dirty work, and actually making it happen. Because it doesn't happen that easy.
So she shouldn't be committed because what she's also is not just, like I said, she's working with the two black ladies. I think it's two black lawyers that she's working with. She's helping pay basically all the fees. She's spending her money to make sure when these people get out that, they have a home, that they have certain things, that they can get reacclimated in society. My thing with her is not to dismiss anybody who is working on those things, but why don't you think there are other people who are in a similar position as Kim that aren't doing it?
Well, okay, so here's what I want to make clear. I want to make clear, I don't give a damn you Armenian, you white, I don't even care if you from Russia. If you doing the right thing for black people, I'm for it. Because I'm not getting twisted in this white supremacist game. That ain't nothing but a game. To pit one another against one another. And I learned a lot. I travel, okay? And I done met people from different countries, Germany and everybody. And you're not going to make all these people the goddamn boogeyman. Yeah. They are not the boogeyman. You might just be the damn boogeyman. Okay? Yeah. So I'm not, but I still have to give a different perspective. Okay. Don't jump on her, okay? Because she has taken up a cause, and I ain't even into them at all. Trust me. Yeah. So for me to be, it almost sounds like I'm an advocate for her ass. Trust me. I'm actually the complete opposite, but I understand. I understand the way things work, and if you're not fair about giving people the fundamental understanding about the way things work, they can't have a really honest opinion about it. So I don't deceive. Some people can deceive and say this and take it, to the 10th degree, this, that, and the third. But I'm not going to do that because I understand what she's doing is right. But what I also understand that people can take that tidbit of what she's doing without what you call a total scope. That's how this is the word we're going to put. Okay. You have to have a total conception and a total scope of what any individual is doing. I don't care if they're rich or poor, if they Kim, if they Honcho, if they Sean. It doesn't fucking matter. look at things in totality and then break it down from there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at her and her piece, and I understand how she is trying to be a piece in the total spectrum. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
And she's doing the best that she can, and she might be just doing the best that she knows. She might not even know better. But I think she knows better enough from what you just gave the information that she aligned herself with maybe a couple of attorneys and did this. So that is all good in my ears in terms of what I know, because I actually know people who do the work right here, the same type of work, prison work for years. And what you have to do, you have to work with the attorneys. Nobody wants to do this work. It's actually dirty work. It's like dirty attorney work. Because all they're doing is looking for the high-profile case to get the name recognition and whatever else they're seeking. I don't know. I can't speak for them, but most of them don't do what we call, that's called liberation lawyering. Those are the ones that reach back to look on the cold case files, the files that may be, injustice. Now they're using modern technology to free and liberate, persons. So, but there's not a lot of lawyers in the mainstream who actually want to do that. So what ends up happening is they actually depend on volunteers, paralegals, because you're not going to just jump up and free 17 prisoners. You got to go and do the casework. You've got to do the background work. And you've got to actually represent your evidence to free them. We've been doing this for years. One of my best girlfriends does this for years. We work with an attorney. And yes, and no, but we're not Kim Kardashian. So we're not going to be, on anybody's mainstream use. But 17, that's a small number for the work we've been doing. When you talk about doing this for like 10 years, but we don't get our numbers out there. We out here in the trenches.
Look, what I got you.
So
I'm
really
going to let them know. I'm going to say, hey, that's Miss Sean. Y'all better give her goddamn recognition. If I got to hurt somebody, nah, I'm just messing with you. Look, but that's not, I commend you, though. I commend you, though, for that.
I'm just kind of letting everybody just open your mind. That's why I say, look at things in totality and then understand everybody has a piece in this. We in a 360 degrees, so if you think mathematics, 360 degrees. I can't be 360. Kim got to be 20. Honcho got to be 30. Prepaid got to be another 30. But, if you all working within the focus, don't down one another on what they're doing in that 300-degree circle. You just focus on coming on full circle, okay? And then understand what other people are doing. So I just wanted to put that out there because it's like a mainstream thing, and I just laughed at it. I'm like, okay. I personally, not me, but I know the attorney personally. And my best friend works. She's been doing it for fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
So this is like all up in my circle. This is what we do. We're liberation type of people, and we don't, we're serious about it, like actually getting it done. You just can't talk about it. There's things you got to do research. You got to do case law. You've got to represent the person's case. It's almost like a whole nother legal case, but it's in the shadows. It's not going to be on the television, and she's not a Kim Kardashian, so she's not going to, be on the news. But trust me, we freed and they freed more than 17, and this is part of their daily life. So I want to put that out there, and let me give you the flip. That's what I call rewind. I call it the flip. Okay.
All right.
Okay. What is the next mainstream media case coming out by the new videotape of Sandra Bland? Okay? Now think about this. It's the same type of concept. Everybody is up in arms about this new tape. But do you really fundamentally understand why?
I haven't even seen the tape. I heard
The
about it,
re-
but I haven't watched it.
well, because if that okay, so the importance of this tape coming out, and this is how I zeroed in because we actually do work with helping to release prisoners. And I'm not a lawyer, but I understand enough, and I understand how they try to spin stuff. The problem is with this new tape is that the tape was in the possession of the prosecutors at the time of the first allegation in the first trial. In the first trial, the cop who initially arrested her said that he had feared for his life. And without that extra perception of the tape from her perspective versus what we saw, everybody in mainstream, with him approaching the car, the new tape showed all of the transgressions and what had transpired while she was in the car. So in the first case, which he basically got off on, he lied. That's what this new tape is all about. That's why her sister is saying reopen the case, because the man lied, said that he feared for his life. Now that you see this secondary tape, he was very, very aggressive towards her unnecessarily over a turn signal fraction. I mean, she didn't even run a red light. She didn't do a hit and run. This is a turn signal fraction. So it shows that from the onset that she was arrested under false pretenses because somebody woke up in a fucking mad mood that day, which is most of these cops these days wake up in a bad mood, and I don't even think they're just waking up in a bad mood. They got some deep, internal racist shit. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And they lie. They don't have no problems with lying. None at all. And now that this is coming out, now they're trying to reopen the case, but that is the premise of the case. And I think they went on to civil court. These are two different things. They won in civil court. You got to understand the law. Understand and learn civics, everybody. Because if you don't understand civics, they're going to be hoodwinking you to the day you die. So take some time and understand the law, at least from a precursory advantage. And then you'll see how they're getting over. You'll see how they're doing, they're over what they call, when people go and they over sentencing. Somebody spills a pack of cigarettes versus somebody spills a pack of cigarettes is going to get you 10 years. Okay, if you black, it gives you 10 years. If you steal a pack of cigarettes, probably you're not even going to get a ticket. It's the disparity between sentencing and things like that, and it's the disparity between prosecuting. So what they're doing is now they want to reopen the Sandra Bland case because what it exposes, this is why we got to really understand, it exposes how that prosecutor colluded and held evidence which would have proven that that officer was never in fear of his life. And as a prosecutor, that is totally against the law because the prosecutor is supposed to prosecute to the fullest. They work for the state, individual states. So any evidence, they're supposed to go hard. But this tells you, and this exposes that the prosecutor withheld evidence and did not prosecute as the law lays down for them to do. So, okay, so you're going to, it's okay when it comes to Sandra Bland, and we're not going to prosecute with all this extra evidence. But yet we're going to take the word of this officer that his life was in fear, irrespective if you had videotape of the contrary, which you never held over or handed over as what they call discovery. Discovering only means, the fancy word for means sharing. You never shared it with her attorney, and you never shared it with the family. You never held it over in discovery. But yet you had it all the time, and you failed to prosecute. If you fail to prosecute, that's also a crime. I don't give a damn if you a freaking prosecutor. So that sister is right by saying reopen the goddamn case. This is a derelict of duty on behalf of the prosecutor, because the prosecutor had that tape and never even held it over as discovery. And we already talked about what the definition of that, sharing. You never shared it with her attorney. You never shared it with the family. So you held it to defend him. And this is how they cover up for each other. So let us not forget that. Let us just stay strong, stay informed, and stay what you call learn it. Get learned and get educated so you don't get fucking hoodwinked. But that prosecutor, yes, that case needs to be reopened. The failure of the prosecution, if he or she, I don't know if it was a he or she, but if they had that videotape in their possession and they failed to prosecute, and if they handed that case over to a grand jury without that video, for them to portray this white man that he was in fear for himself. See, that's all they did. All they did was they just withheld the evidence to make it feel like, present to whoever the grand jury was, or like, he was in fear of his life. Knowing damn well, if they had handed over that evidence, whoever was in that room would have had a difference of opinion. This is how they get the okie doke on us. And so this is how I tell you, whenever you get that jury duty notice, you better show up. You better show up at jury duty. That's the most important thing you can do outside of voting. Because if you don't sit at that table, they're going to hang you and they're going to lynch you over and over again in the court of justice. So anybody saying, I don't do no jury duty, man, I chop them up. I break them down like a Lego. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even want to talk to you. Because don't talk to me about injustice with police against blacks or nothing, or if you're not willing to go to the table and do your jury duty so you can do battle with them 12 or those other 11 jurors in that courtroom. That's where justice is served, in the courtroom. So you better be just as proud of serving your damn jury duty as you do voting. And I do it all the time. Half the time when I get called, I'm almost the only black one there. Because black folks don't want to show up to jury duty. I ain't scared. I'll fight you all the way to the end. Because they get up and gang up on you in the jurors box. Trust you, I done served jury duty how many times. Can't talk about my cases, but when I'm called to duty, I answer the call. Because I'm a citizen. This is my goddamn country.
That's legit, though. I mean, you can't dispute that. You can't complain about what's happening to other folks if you're not willing to serve your part of the process.
Yeah. And something that simple. And keep your shit clean so you can at least serve. Half the people's shit so raggedy, you can't even get called on for jury duty or you get excluded. But no, they select me all the time. I be right there. And I be a lone soldier. I be by myself. But trust me, I look at it, they don't overtake me up in there. I'm actually probably their worst nightmare, to be honest. To be honest, because I'm a nigga that ain't scared. And I'll never be. So I'm just giving you my little information, and we not going to get down on Kim. Kim is doing what she's supposed to do, and Kim is only doing what half these other Negroes should be doing with her fame. Yes, she should. All of them should use their recognition for the advancement of the people. Not all of them do. So I'm not going to get down on her. I talked about that circle, and that's how I think of the lot. And that's just me. I don't know if anybody else. I look at everything in a circle, 360 degrees. I am not 360 degrees of a circle. I'm only maybe 30 degrees. I look at you, I talk to you. Why am I even, connected with you? I just got 30 degrees of the circle. People out there in entertainment that is 20 degrees of the circle. But it takes many to complete the circle. I can't be all things. I don't believe you can be all things. Nobody else can be all things. But you got to understand people's talent and where they fit in.
Yeah.
You get in when you fit in, and you complete that damn circle. You don't tear them down. They're doing what their calling is, and that's Kim's calling. She's completing the circle. She's staying focused. Okay, so Kim is doing that. So what the fuck you doing? What part of the degree of the 360, what percentage of the 360 degrees do you fucking represent? And if you can't answer me that fucking question, I actually don't even be fucking bothered with you, because that's somebody on a fucking low frequency. I don't deal with people on low frequency. I deal with people who are advancing and they're doing their percentage. I understand that 20% is important. What Kim is doing is important. What you're doing is important. What I'm doing is important. We can't do it all, but we got to do our part. Yeah. And we can't tear each other down in the meantime. And like I said, ain't everybody the motherfucking boogeyman. The biggest boogeyman is the one that took me across the transatlantic slave trade, okay? So you're not going to scare me. I done met people from all over the country. They ain't got nothing but love for me. So don't fall for the okie doke. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Okay. Think for ourselves. And that's just my perspective. Just trying to open y'all minds up. Free your mind. Free your mind. Free the land. Okay? And I'm going to bed now. I'm just going to listen for a little bit. Had a rough day. I had a rough day. We had the candlelight vigil today. I told you I had to death in the family. Yeah. So I just came home at 10 o'clock from my candlelight vigil, and it was a beautiful vigil. And we still haven't found the suspect. They killed my little cousin. He was only 24 years old, hit and run. Yeah. And the suspect is still at large. So, but it was a good release tonight. It was a good release because everybody came together, and it was beautiful. So, yeah, that's anyhow, we can't even bury him because it's still like investigation, detectives, and all that. So we can't even put him down. But that's what's up. Yeah. So this is like my little release and stuff. But I ain't playing with y'all. I'm for real. I ain't got shit to hide. I don't give a fuck internet. I don't have nothing to hide. I'm 100. I'm keeping the truth. I don't have anything to hide. I don't have to duck under no rock or scare about no job. No, I have nobody that controls me. Nobody controls Sean. So listen to what I'm saying. I'm speaking the truth.
Yeah, that's a fact. Well, I agree with you, Miss Sunshine. I definitely agree with you. We all got to do our part. Everybody can't be all things, and if you're not willing to contribute, if you're not trying to help out the situation, then you are harming the situation. So I definitely agree with you. And I'm sorry to hear that again.
Honcho, this is what they say. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the motherfucking problem.
Right.
And when you get to a certain point, like in my life, I just don't have time for it. If you're not a part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. That means you're not working to make things better.
Yeah.
And I'm not dealing with nobody like that. So that's just me. They don't have to be everybody else. But I hope everybody can get to that point, because I'm telling you, it's a sense of peace when you come to that kind of like position and that balance in your life where you just really don't fucking care.
Yeah.
If it ain't right, if they ain't got no act right, you give them some do right. If they ain't doing right, you give them some act right. That's it. If they ain't doing right, you give them some act right. If they ain't act right, you let them go. I'm telling you, get to that point in life, y'all gonna be everybody gonna be happy. Everybody they're gonna be doing wonderful things and inventing things, and just cut all the bullshit out. Just cut it out.
Straight up. No time for the bullshit or the filler. I feel
Nope. And you will soar and you will rise. You will rise in so many higher levels once you learn to cut that out in your life. Because I did that, and I'm not even saying it like I've done it. Oh my gosh. I made so many mistakes, man. But I got to this level where it's like I don't even need it. And once I cut it out, that's when I started to advance.
Yeah.
I started to advance so much and so high. And I've just been so blessed. And now I don't care. I wish I had that mindset back then. But at least I had enough to keep myself afloat. I didn't go all the way down in the ditches. But man, if I would have had the little nugget that I'm trying to give out back then, nobody told me shit. I had to get bumps and bruises all through my head. So I'm hoping that just people will listen. And it's just my take.
Yeah.
Okay, dear.
It's Sean.
Good night.
It's always good to hear from you, and I appreciate it.
Okay, good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. So y'all serious Kevin Durant got injured? You know who you need to sue? You need to sue the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry because they've been riding that nigga fucking coattails the entire fucking series, the entire year. They've been riding that nigga fucking coat. They've been putting extra weight on. He's been doing everything. Where has Steph Curry been? He needs to work on his marriage. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening? But for real, if he got hurt, no. You want to play the best of the best. I don't want that to be an excuse that people use. But the Rockets was going to come back anyway. I told you they was coming back. That was going to happen. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Man, it's the return of the Ghost Hipster. It's your boy Roman, man.
Roman, what's the motherfucking deal? I told you not to bet on them, Heidi, but don't listen to the honcho. Just don't gamble. But
I don't want to hear that, Honcho. Man, first of all, I want to say the Rockets coming back. Look, man. I'm praying for Durant. I'm not no hateful person, man. I hope Durant's okay, man. That's just, he makes his money playing ball. I don't want him being injured. I want to play the best of the best, man. You don't want to fight an injured lion. You want to fight the best lion. It makes you a coward. So, hey, I hope Durant's okay. I'm not that type of person, man. But we coming back. Hell yeah, I heard you. We coming back. Man, but we taking that free too.
I wasn't worried about it.
You goddamn right.
Halftime was down 17, something like that. I was like, man, I looked at
they was down. But I kept it calm, so we coming back. But let me get on this other topic. First of all, I'm gonna say to film and to prepay, calm down, guys. We're all friends in the den, man. This is why I'm not big on politics, Honcho. That's why I don't like talking about politics. Politics make people. It makes people like say emotions and say things that are not really them. Now these two going back at it. It's like, come on, man. Look, you agree with this, you agree with this. Let's respect that we're all Americans and we all want the best for this country. I feel like when we get to that, when Democrats and Republicans can get to that basis, I feel like we can finally work on some issues. Till then, Republicans and Democrats ain't never gonna work on nothing because in a way they both crooked and they both is so stuck in their ideals. And once they finally figure out, hey, we're going to work this out, we got it, man. But I'm talking about this Kim stuff. I'm not the biggest on the Kardashians, man. Cause I'm not big on them. I feel like the Kardashians do a lot of times. I feel like, getting with these black men, having these mixed babies. I feel like it tries so hard to be black and it tries so hard to be with the culture. And I'm just not big on that, but I'll say one thing. What Kim is doing right now, I mean, she's not the ideal person I would pick to do it, but she's doing it. I feel like that's some more.
But here's my thing on that, though. Here's my thing on that, and I get what you're saying, but everybody had that choice. Everybody had that option. All the celebrities had that opportunity. Nobody picked her. Nobody said, "Hey, we need somebody." She chose to do that.
I was just about to say that.
Okay.
I was just about to say it. You kind of cut me off there, but I was just about to say that.
Okay.
When you have these Jay-Z, these Dr. Dre, Kendrick, J. Cole, Travis Scott, all these people have so much influence in black music and black media and black fashion and all that. Why don't you put more money, not just to look at these cases and to get these people out, but to also help the hood, to get these people housing, to get these people stable jobs, to get these people food to eat. You have all that money. You're this rich. We see you on every award show. We see you moving everywhere. And it's like you have everything in your hand to help people, and you don't. You go buy it on diamond rings and chains and shoes and these fashion designs. It's like, what the fuck? That shit will. It's clothes. Clothes wear out. Clothes get torn up. You will eventually throw away clothes. Yeah. The thing is, food, yes, food dissolves into bodies, but food is going to make people feel good. That kids will go to sleep full. Parents will know they ate today. with housing, these people know that they have a stable roof under their home that's paid for. Why are we not helping each other, especially with the people who have it? And that's my problem. We talk all about, white people did this, white people did it, No, I'm not saying it's all the way wrong, because, in a way, in America, we are the minority. Even though we're the majority, we just in this idea that we are the minority, but we're the majority. I get it. But the thing is, to our brothers and sisters that have the money, that go to these award shows, that go to these places, and they fight hard, and they do all this, and they don't give back to their people, I don't respect that. I don't respect people who don't give back to their own people, or even show positive messages. I know a lot of people don't like Beyonce, but you know what? I respect Beyonce. She did at her homecoming thing on Netflix. She had HBCUs. She was promoting. She promoting black love, black education. I mean, we need that. We need people to help fund each other. White people ain't gonna help us. That's one thing people say. Rich white people don't care about poor black folks. And it's looking like rich black people don't care about poor black folks anyway. So you know what we got to do? The ones who make it out the hood, the ones who know where they came from, the ones who came from that background, we got to help each other. This is why Nipsey was a GOAT. Because he looked and he was funding money back to where he stayed. He didn't just go out there and just have all these rings. I'm like, Nipsey wasn't no saint. But you know what? He helped his people. He helped LA, and he was going to do more for the country. But unfortunately, he got gunned down. And it's so sad by own black man, black on black violence. Now, I just know the anniversary of that Sandra Bland stuff happened, which is sad, which I do think that's bullshit. I'm not going to deny it wasn't. I ain't got time. I ain't going to talk all about it, but I do think that was bullshit. But we can't ignore black on black violence. I've said this before. We get all pissed off about white cop or white woman shooting a black man. Which we should, because at a time especially when nothing's going on, man, there is a problem. But we show no emotion when a black man shoots another black man, or a black woman shoots another black woman. We gotta show emotion to both. And in my opinion, black on black crime needs to be fixed first, because that's what we seeing. That's what these kids are seeing. That's what they gonna grow up to think. Oh, it's okay to kill each other. It's okay to kill. It's okay to steal. The messages we teach it. And this is why I go back to my point, Honcho. What Kim Kardashian is doing, like I say, is she the person I would want? No. But she's making the change. She's doing something. She getting these lawyers out and watching DMV. They actually look at these cases and saying, okay, look at these crimes. Tell me why Meek Mill can't do that. Tell me why Jay-Z can't do that. Tell me why all these rappers, singers, dancers can't do that. That's my problem, man. So, I'm just saying, we need to do better. We get irritated when white people is doing this or this and that. Right now, black people can't buy Matt Gala dress. Who gives a fuck about Matt Gala dress? My ass ain't had Matt Gala. But niggas still struggling. Niggas still in the street.
But
and we ain't fixing that.
They slanging that chicken at the Met Gala, though. You know what I'm talking about? Right? So
I want to hear that.
Fried chicken. That's what they doing now, right? That's what they doing.
Honcho, we're not even going to talk about, we're not going to talk about how homosexuality is pushed on black men. Look at Odell. Look at Odell, man. Boys look up to Odell as a hero. Everybody's a role model. All celebrities are role models. I hate when celebrities say, I'm not a role model. Yes, you are.
Still at this point, looking at Odell, you ain't questioning Odell's motives and behaviors.
I've always questioned, his man. Since I seen that nigga come out of hot tub with 6 niggas, I knew that nigga was something. It was obvious. The thing is, I've always said this. When he's playing on that field, I don't care about his personal life when he's playing on that field. But this is why I have a problem when you pushing messages, especially the kids. And I'm just not saying black kids. I'm saying kids in general. Because kids look up to you over there. They looked up to you in New York, and they're going to look up to you in Cleveland. And you wearing a dress, and you calling that, this is fashion. No, it's not. You make yourself seem weak. You demonize the black man to look weak, to look feminine. We already have the homosexual agenda being pushed on us, and you just increasing it. And I have a problem with that, man. We got to teach each other. Look, I'm not saying if you gay, you gay. Stop shoving it down people's throats. Okay, being honest with me, being gay is a choice. I don't feel like you born gay. I would catch so much flack from the LGBT ABC 123 if I said that. But hell, that's my opinion. You know, I'm just saying we have to teach as fathers, like Prepe said, to stop things like homosexuality increases the black man. Black men got to be more in the household. We got to make sure to take care of our black women, take care of our children, so shit like that doesn't increase. And when shit like that doesn't increase, in the words of Sean, we gonna break these niggas down like Lego. You know, this is our country. I had to say that because that shit was funny. And that's what we gonna do, man. So that's my call, man. I'm about to get back. Oh, well, you got any questions for me, Honcho?
Yeah, you mentioned about why Jay-Z and Meek and these guys ain't doing it. So, you know, there was an offer extended to Trump. Why didn't you think they want to go meet with Trump and maybe try to really talk about president reform? I mean, that's the head honcho of the U.S.
I think, Honcho, I'm just being honest with you. I think it's just the president. I think it's the president who's just in office, man. And in a way, I understand, but in a way, you got to put that aside of you. I don't like Trump. I don't. I just don't. I just don't, as a spiritual and just as a person, I just don't get a good feeling from him. I don't feel like he cares about nobody except himself. But, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but the man's the president.
But is he on record for freeing people, commuting sentences? You know, again, what is this? What, year 2 or so of the term? So is he on record showing that he has, I won't say proclivity, but a possibility that he would engage, he would listen to someone and be willing to be open-minded enough to maybe possibly engage in some type of prison reform? Has he shown signs of that?
Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you go, if that's what you're trying to accomplish, why wouldn't you go meet with that? Especially if you're somebody who just got did wrong by not somebody white, not by somebody who look like Trump, by a black judge who's been holding you, just caused you to miss out on what, $450,000. Meek just missed out on $450,000 to go to Dubai to do a concert for one day. And that same black, because he's still, even though he's free, he's still like under some type of restriction, so he still got to check in and do all. He's basically still on probation. So that same judge is still handling his situation, and she approved it the day after the concert, which was some deliberate bullshit. That's not Trump.
Yeah,
that's not any of that stuff. So why wouldn't you go above and beyond? You know, it's bigger than the judge. It's bigger than Philly. You know, why don't you go to the man who's running the nation and sit down and speak with him and talk about it and you know, express your thoughts to him personally? Because let's be honest, Trump has been focused on himself forever. It is what it is. People who don't deal with this is my thing that kills me about people, especially our people, is we expect somebody who lives nothing like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, who lives nothing like us, man, had been rich forever, was born rich, all this stuff. Daddy had money, you know, all this stuff. Was born rich, to be able to relate to motherfuckers who barely getting by, who are dealing with a set of problems that he's not going to be familiar with. It's just certain shit.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
So then why not be the guy that goes and puts that, you know, in his mind? Because we know Trump is susceptible to listening to people. He's easily, I won't say easily influenced, but he can be influenced. You know what I'm saying? So why, if you're a person coming from them streets, especially Meek Mill or Jay, you guys are rappers, you're artists, you paint pictures with words. So if y'all supposed to be hustlers and finessers, you can't go and finesse and paint this man a picture of the situation that's going on, but your pride is stopping you from going and having that conversation. Well, it's not a good look. So you just saw Kim go in there, sit her ass on the Oval Office desk, you know, maybe make, you know, she twitched a little cheek, you know, he caught his eye, you know, look, hey, don't let him fool you, Trump like that badunka-dunk. But got a couple of people, you know, sentences commuted. So if he's open and left an invite, same thing with them NFL players. He said, man, send me a letter of anybody with names on it that you feel like have been, who has suffered an injustice. Why did not one person sent the letter? Because we don't want that look. Because again, we don't want to make it look like we working with him. Why? Well, then what is it? What else that you're doing? Speaking to the president, the leader of the free world, is offering you an open invite essentially, and you say, nah, I'm gonna figure it out on my own. That shit doesn't.
Well, Honcho, the thing is, I think you answered your own question, Honcho.
Yeah, but why?
But I don't think a lot of these celebrities feel comfortable around Trump.
Why?
Let me explain why.
Okay.
I think, and look, I'm not a celebrity, but look how they look, Honcho.
Man, you famous in the den. What you mean, man? You a den
celebrity. You said it, man. Trump comes from being rich. He comes from having everything in his hand. He said a small loan of $1 million, nigga. No niggas, rappers, shit can relate to that. And I just feel like that's the pride I'm talking about. Because I'm agreeing with you, Honcho. The pride, I think, is keeping them from talking to Trump. And I think it's keeping them from, doing something. The thing is, you can't let your pride kill you. Your pride will kill you. Okay? I don't mean to sound cartoonish here, but look at Dragon Ball Z. Look at Vegeta. Every time that nigga let his pride get to him, that nigga getting his ass beat. As soon as that nigga stop letting his pride get to him, he start winning. That's what I'm talking about. You can't, as the influence you have on people, you can't let your pride get to you. You say the best. Trump is easily influenced. See, Kanye talk to him all the time. The thing is, even if you don't like Trump, if you don't like him, you gotta talk to him. You gotta talk to him because he is the president.
Why did everybody like him before he was president, though? Because think about it, niggas had songs about him. I'm trying to be like Trump. I want to do this and this like Trump. I'm trying to be, even what's that little Ray Shrimmer, up like Donald Trump. Yup, like everybody's making songs. And then, just when he didn't run as a Democrat or something, I guess as soon as he
became president, it was a shit. I know what you're trying to say, Honcho.
So
the thing is, I think when he became president, it's what he started to preach. And that first thing he did to throw people of color off guard, Honcho, is he said that all Mexicans were, rapists, leaving off the country, selling illegal drugs. Honcho, it's how his approach came off, threw people off of Trump. Then he said this shithole country. Then he had the problem with North Korea. His approach has threw people off to not like the man. And that's why I think that has left an impact on people to not want to fuck with this nigga. Because they're like, we know what you think. You calling predominantly black countries shithole countries. What do you mean? That's the part, the black part of me that I see why niggas don't like Trump. But then the other side of me is like, you still got to work with the man to fix these issues. And that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. It's the image he came off is the reason why people don't want to talk to him, Honcho. It's to be honest with you. Trump would... I'm not saying Trump has to change his policy, but he would change his image to be a little bit more positive.
But let's talk about this then. Let's talk about this. Okay, so we see a certain image of Trump. Trump is an old white dude. Well, he has a certain image of rappers, right? Because rappers they basically promote themselves as gangsters. We'll shoot you, we'll kill you. We the ones bringing in drugs. So all the stuff that you're saying that he said about Mexicans, rappers for the most part say about themselves, right? I move all the dope. I got dope everywhere. I'm a gangster. I kill you. I kill anybody. I shoot anybody anywhere. I fuck you up. I fuck you, bitch. All this type of different shit, right? Isn't that what they selling? Isn't that what they making money out pushing that image?
That's true.
Okay, so there's an image. So you can flip the script and say the same thing. Well, why would he even be willing to open up his office to these gangsters, these gangbangers? That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? If they say it, so you can flip the script and. But
the also thing, Honcho, I'm not talking about every rapper here. Every rapper don't give a damn about changing the shit for black people. I ain't talking about Fetty Wap here. I'm talking about people with influence as big rappers. I am talking about, every time I'm talking about people that established and said something that has an influence. That includes the J. Cole. That includes the Kendrick. That includes the Meek Mills. I'm not talking about Lil Pump here.
But Meek Mill got
not every one of these rappers are talking about, killing and this and that. I'm talking about the people with influence that has threw people off of Trump. It's when it comes to that, that's what I'm talking about when I say that has thrown people off.
Okay, but who are the biggest leaders? Like I say, come on, like even J. Cole. J. Cole goes hard. I fuck with J. Cole, right? But shit, niggas ain't even rock with J. Cole. Like J. Cole should get a lot more notoriety. He'll fuck with a song here too. But J. Cole, he's out and he's a man amongst the people. I fuck with J. Cole. But even J. Cole, ain't he under Rock? Ain't he under Jay? So I'm sure Jay got a hand in saying, hey man, don't go holler at him. Because everybody acts like Jay is the king of rap, right? Because he's the one that told Meek not to go fuck with him.
I thought J. Cole was independent.
Oh, I don't know. He might be independent now. I might be wrong.
I think he's independent.
Yeah. But like I said, Jay-Z told Meek, nah, don't go do that. That's a bad look. Jay wasn't locked up. Jay didn't motherfucking me go and have this situation. Meek was locked up, experienced this shit firsthand, man. You know what I'm saying? He experienced this shit firsthand. So what is he? So what is he not doing? So female pimp. So him enacting the first step act that's freeing niggas. That niggas are getting free that Obama could have done. And what is it? I forgot how many. What's the number now? Prepaid. I know you said it's supposed to be a total of like 1,800, 2,200, something like that. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure exactly. But again, this is without anybody coming hollering because niggas is not fucking with Trump. They was mad that Steve Harvey went and talked to him, but they don't want to say this, man. They don't want to talk about these niggas that's actually getting freed because they need to. We need to keep saying, "Oh, well, Trump is bad, he's racist," but yet all these niggas that's been locked up since Bill and Hillary, because everybody knows that, but niggas wanted to vote for Hillary, right? Niggas was that motherfucking me, Jay-Z and Beyonce on stage doing a whole full-fledged concert. Tickets probably free. You know how much it costs to get to a Jay-Z and Beyonce concert?
I told you my deal. I told you that eventually I just didn't really start to fuck with Hillary towards the end. I said that. I didn't. Because when I started to do more research on Hillary, I would, it's just the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, and so, but all I'm saying is, like, she was really the reason, she's the reason that these laws have been enacted is because of her. But then they telling you because she's running Democrat, vote for her. She's the reason your uncle locked up. She's the reason my cousin locked up. She's the reason, the reason your relatives are locked up on some hoe ass charges. Now Trump is again initiated his first, and it was a bipartisan bill, and but he signed and everything. Which he could have been on some whole shit. I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all ain't fucking with me. I ain't fucking with y'all. But now instead of being on some petty shit, now you got thousands, or I'm sure there's not all black, but I'm saying I'm sure at least 1,000 of them are, of people who have been locked up for bullshit. The mandatory minimums that have been given to people for bullshit are getting reformed, and people are coming home. I don't care if there's one motherfucker coming home. That's huge, man, because I don't think people, when you've always been free, and I'm not saying that I done been locked away all the time, but freedom is a motherfucker, and as Americans, we take that shit for granted, man. And all I'm saying is, that man's the president. He's giving you an opportunity. How many times, like I say, Obama invited a lot of niggas into the White House. I told y'all about that picture. Looked like a motherfucking mixtape. Looked like a Gangsta Grills was finna drop or some shit. He had all them niggas in the White House. Nothing happened for it, man. Nothing happened for it. Nothing happened. Like, he had a whole gang, Rick Ross and Buster and everybody, a bunch of niggas. No, we just here for a photo op and then we peaced out. This is actual form. I don't care, like I said, if it impacts 10 lives, 1,000 lives, whatever. These people are getting to come home to their families, man. The first chick that Kardashian fucking got out, that's important. And again, like I say, Obama did whatever he did for whoever people like him. I don't see what he did, but let's not undermine what's going on. And I'm not saying that you're doing that. And I know we're trying to get to the root of why these rappers don't want to go talk to him, but I think the onus is on them to go do it as opposed to him to come reach out to him. Why should he reach out to him? He's the leader of the free world, so he's dealing with international affairs, he's dealing with domestic affairs, he's dealing with all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he should stop and go out of his way to go holler at some rappers, right? But he's left an open invitation. He should stop and go out of his way to holler at the NFL player when he's left an open invitation and nobody wants to. So if a nigga say, hey man, look, I'm having a party, man. Come fuck with me, man. You can come through anytime, man. Come kick it by the house or whatever, But I don't really fuck with you, like that. You think a motherfucker gonna go out his way to continue telling you to come on? You think a motherfucker gonna go out his way to keep fucking with you? No. If I invite you somewhere and you throw me some shade, I'm like, well, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep putting myself out there just for you to try to reject me or shut me down. When I see you got an issue, you got something going on or whatever it is. And that's what people not looking at because they only focusing on one side of the story. Like I said, I listen to everybody. I listen to a little bit of Fox. I listen to a little bit of CNN. I listen to
it's cool. Look. This is what I'm talking about. Me and you respect each other, Honcho. You older than me. I respect you as an older person. The thing is, we just having a debate. We ain't arguing. We ain't call each other names. This is what America needs to have more of. This is what I'm talking about. And like I said, when it comes to this is just my opinion. I'm gonna stick with this forever. Everything you said, I agree. I agree. It was a couple things, but most of the things you said, I'm not going to disagree with that. It's more for me to do research. Nigga, don't remember, Hunch. I'm only 16, nigga. I don't know everything.
You old,
it's more research for me.
You old young man.
But one thing I just want to say, man, when it comes to these Republicans, man, I get what you mean, Huncho. I do. Just look, I just don't think the Republicans care about a nigga either. They just don't. I feel like Democrats or Republicans just don't give a damn about niggas.
But
That's all
if
I'm
a motherfucker saw you, okay, and said, hey, man, look, you got every opportunity in the world, man, get up, you can do something. Or a motherfucker told you, hey, man, look, I can help you do something, but let me stand on your back to get myself in position first. And then once I get in position, I can help you up after I stand on your back and, you know, wipe my shoes on you for a little bit, but then I'm going to help you out. Would you rather that motherfucker say, hey, man, you can do it on your own, figure it out? Or the motherfucker stand on your back, wipe your shoes on you, he get to where he want to be, and then finally, you know, fuck with you, maybe reach out. Or he'll throw you a little crumb when he on the branch, he eating the apple, he'll throw you the core or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. This is how I look at Democrats and Republicans. Republicans don't give a fuck about you. And it's okay because they telling you, hey, you got every opportunity I got, go out there and go get it. A Democrat telling y'all, you can't do nothing without us, man. Look, you know, you help us get to where we need to get, and then we gonna help you, you know, we'll help you out. We'll throw you something once we get to where we need to get. When has niggas ever been thrown anything? When they ever threw that to them niggas, man? You know what I'm saying? And these niggas been voting for them wholeheartedly, faithfully for 50-some years. What they need, 50, 60 years, but they need another 20, 30 before they get everything they need. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is like, that's why you can look at it because somebody can court you because they want something from you. Or a person can be like, man, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to go out of my way to impress you because I really don't want nothing from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how you kind of got to look at it, and that's really what it is. It's like, yeah, if you fuck with me, cool, you fuck with me. That's it's all good. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to lie to you about some shit and make you feel this because I want your vote. If that's not what it is, but a motherfucker can lie to you, get what they want from you, and never, you know, repay what they say they owe you or whatever it is. So which would you rather fuck with? Would you rather motherfucker just not fuck with you and not have no issue, or motherfucker lie to you and not pay back what they say they gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, then I ain't fucking with either. But I get what you mean, Honcho. I get what you mean. I see what you're saying. Well, hey, I'm all this shit to talk about, bro. But that was a good conversation, Honcho. I didn't went way over the 5 minute mark.
It's all good, man. We just had to chop it up. You know, sometimes, like I said, I like playing devil's advocate, man. I just, you know, I'm gonna just ask a couple of questions, but I appreciate it either way.
Honcho, it is cool. Anything I can do to learn more, I'm cool with, man. You know, and it makes up for my time I missed it. So shit, I made up for my time. I made my overtime. So it's your boy Roman, man. I'm out. I know prepaid probably about to shoot me out next call, but it's all right. All right, I'm out.
Already, Roman. Appreciate the call, man.
All right, anytime, man.
Already. That's my deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't. Neither one of them really favor me. I'm not, like I say, leaning either way. Somebody said TNT so sad right now. They hoping Curry go up. I'm not leaning either way. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but either way, I'd rather motherfucker tell me, hey man, you got all the faith in the world, and you know, take the right avenues you can do it, as opposed to somebody telling me, hey man, you can't make it till I make it. You know, but if I make it, I can help you out. So I gotta wait for you to get right before I can get right. Nah, I'd rather take the other route, man. I'd rather go ahead and figure this thing out on my own. You know, and that's just really what it is. Let me see. Where we at? What the game? I'm peeping in the corner on the side over here, trying to see what's going on with this. They trying to find a way to squeak it to them old Warriors. What's going on? What's shaking on that? Okay. But that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Shannon Jones, what's the motherfucking deal? Danny F, I don't know if I shouted out to you. What's the motherfucking deal? Cartier, what's the motherfucking deal? Cool Ever, what's the motherfucking deal? Female Pimp, what's the motherfucking deal? I don't know if I know some folks that came in a little bit later while we had a couple of calls, so I ain't get to shout some of y'all out, you know. But Heidi, I'm taking back my what's the motherfucking deal. I'm taking it back. You don't get to have it. You just get a what's the deal. You don't get the motherfucking, because you are a mother abuser, and I'm not going to encourage you to continue in your behaviors. You know, like back in the gap when they were blaming rap music for everything. Eminem made me do it. You know, Honcho, he called me a motherfucker. That's why I abused my mother. So no, you ain't gonna put that on me. All right, here's the deal, man. We got about 10 more minutes. There we go. keep the conversation going. I had to see old buddy hurt himself. But here's the deal, though. Here's the deal, man. My thing is, a party that represents low-income communities, they all in it for some money. You know, it take money to run. So if these people ain't donating to you, and then you got these, what they call them, I ain't like I say, what, super PACs and all these other things that are fucking, you know, having special interest groups and shit like that. You know, hey man, look, we finna go ahead and we gonna pledge a couple of million in your campaign. If you you lean this way, you talk about this, you fuck shit. Let me go ahead and put that in my pocket. Yeah, I love you know what I'm saying? I love this, I love that. You know what I'm talking about? All that good shit. But it is what it is, man. You know? What's the motherfucking deal? Who got called into the den this evening?
Honcho is prepaid and fired up.
I already prepared. What's on your motherfucking mind, man?
We got to have a conversation because I need you to enlighten me on something because I keep hearing this. What's the less of the two evils?
Okay.
What the fuck does that mean?
I guess what it's supposed to be that everything is bad and you just pick which one is not as bad. I'm not sure.
Okay, unless you're poor, and I mean poor as in not niggas who in the den who got Wi-Fi and iPhone 10s and shit like that. Unless you're poor, how is it a lesser of the two evils? I ask this question because everybody seems to have this problem with Trump, the man. But when you ask about Trump, the policy, well, I mean, he's doing a great job. Then what the fuck does it matter? What do you mean the lesser of the two evils? Like, dog, do y'all ever have any plans of actually looking up like policy? Like, what was Hillary running upon with her?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce in the purse. Yeah. At what point as a black man or a black woman do you get tired of motherfuckers shucking and jiving in front of you? Niggas love hot sauce. I am a hot sauce connoisseur. There's certain hot sauces I won't eat. I've never had hot sauce in my motherfucking pocket. We don't do shit like that. Black women have big ass purses. Ain't never been a bottle of hot sauce in there. Now, at what point do y'all say enough is enough? Every time a Democratic candidate run, they go to the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you okay with your political leader going to the Breakfast Club? At one point, does the pandering has to end? Instead of Hillary going to Delaware, she had a pep rally with Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's tired of motherfuckers saying you're not smart enough to see what the fuck is going on. If you want my vote and you're going to campaign, tell me what your policy, tell me what you're running upon, tell me what you stand upon. Nigga, I don't want to hear nothing from Jay-Z or Beyonce. Nigga, we had ACDs already. We got the album. Y'all keep saying the lesson of two evil. That's bullshit. Y'all are offended because Trump is rich. If Trump makes you mad because he's rich, you might want to start Googling these fucking Democrats. Hillary Clinton is Democrat because her husband was a Democrat and became president. There's nothing about Hillary Clinton's lifestyle to say Democrat. Nothing. She got more money than God. Been this way her whole life. And can we kind of nip something in the bud? Because I seen on CNN was calling Trump the billionaire loser. If Trump daddy gave him a loan of $1 million and he turned that into $12 billion, I'm gonna say it again. If you can turn $1 million into $12 billion, I think from a business standpoint, you kind of got all my respect in this world. Because I can go give 100 niggas $1,000 and can't nobody come back and give me 10,000. I know if I give a nigga 1,000, he can't give me 100,000. Because if you can give a nigga $1,000, he can turn to 100,000. He'd be working on Wall Street right now. So when you put into that perspective, it's a big ass difference, huh? It's kind of like when we had this conversation: was Kylie Jenner really a self-made billionaire? Well, if she only made $15 million from keeping up with the Kardashians, and she's worth $1 billion, how the fuck is she not a self-made billionaire? You can't you can't give a person $15 million turn to $1 billion if you wanted to. There is no such person. It only happens so far and few between. But my mind, I can't wrap this around when it comes to policy. Right now, in the chat, somebody name any Democratic candidate right now and tell me what policy they're running under. Tell me what they running under. No one can tell you. Reparations. Student loan forgiveness. This ain't nothing but handouts, bro. And who the fuck is paying for it? Who the fuck is paying for it? Y'all are mad at because a person's asking you who's paying for it. That's how the shit work, nigga. Every last person here pay taxes. Every last one of y'all get a paycheck. Every last one of y'all get taxes taken out. Y'all never decide, like, who the fuck's paying for this shit? This is the real world, man. Stop saying shit like, well, none of them care about us. Well, duh. If a nigga make $800,000 a year, of course he don't give a fuck about the nigga who live in the hood, who only making people only make $18,000 a year. He not supposed to give a fuck about you. That's the real world you live in, bro. Open your fucking eyes. Do y'all niggas really feel like Beyonce care about y'all? Y'all think billionaires really care about y'all? Because she put a black band out there and said that she was doing homecoming for HBCUs. You know who cared about HBCUs? Donald J. Trump. He gave him $450 fucking million. But let me guess, that don't hold no weight because he ain't have them out there dancing and twirling batons and shit and talking about how much they really love being black. When do results start meaning something to you? Prison reform means the world to me because I know what that legislation did to us as black people. If y'all know anything about me, you know how I feel about the black foundation, the black family. If you strip that away from us, we can never fend for ourselves. We can never do for ourselves. I know what the abortion rates are doing to the black community. If motherfuckers are trying to tell you that you can't abort these fucking kids, if New York has more babies being aborted than black people living there, y'all don't think it's a problem? I told you about who created Planned Parenthood. Go look it up for yourself. When niggas is dropping y'all these gems, why are y'all not looking up for yourself? If y'all think I'm telling y'all that Joe Biden wrote the legislation because I want y'all to vote Democrat, Republican, nigga, something wrong with you. Look it up for yourself. The same people who quote unquote was helping y'all, the same people who tearing us apart. The war on poverty, man, look it up. Look at what Lyndon B. Johnson's war on poverty did to us. Just look it up for yourself. Black fathers are great fathers. This idea that we don't take care of our kids is bullshit. It's when father's not in the home is when shit becomes fucked up. So that shit y'all telling me ain't about nothing, man. Do your research. How are you a party representing poor people and the motherfuckers are never not poor?
Who you gonna represent if they actually make some money?
Well, that's wild. The same way I grew up a Democrat also. I ain't know no better. But ain't none of these niggas saved me. I saved my own motherfucking self. Ain't no party to represent poor people, dog. If you poor, you gotta figure it out. Donald Trump told y'all, you gotta figure this shit out for yourself. Stop looking for a handout, because if someone giving you a handout, it's gonna cost you more than what they gave you. Look at what food stamps did to us. Look at what welfare checks did to us, man. Y'all better open y'all fucking eyes. And if you can research anything, if you can Google when albums drop, when Jordans drop, when a new iPhone coming out, when a new fucking iPhone update come out, you can do your research about these political parties. You can know about policies. You can know about the shit that's really going on in the black community. This stuff is available. This stuff is available. I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave y'all with something, and I want y'all to really think about this right here. How come every time there's a mass shooting, we hear about gun control, gun control, gun control? Chicago, Illinois, 4th of July last year, 38 people killed. How come you ain't hear nothing about gun control? It's only gun control when white people getting killed. They don't give a shit about us getting killed. Why ain't nobody calling for gun control in the hood? Think about that. How come ain't no gun reform talking about in Baltimore, Maryland? Because they fine with us eradicating our own motherfucking selves. Y'all better open y'all fucking eyes, man. I'm out.
Not already prepaid. Man, I think we're gonna end the calls on that note. But I got something I want to add. Make that the last call. But I got something I want to add because, and I meant to share this the other day. You know, I know some of we don't like to talk about black on black crime, and we like to point the fingers at everything else that's going on. I read an article the other day. Since 1980, there's been over 250,000 black men that have been killed in America, our own communities, our own neighborhoods by ourselves. These ain't cop shootings, killings, anything like that, you know. And this is more than I want to say. They said, I think each war combined after World War II. I gotta remember what the stats were. I'm gonna go back and pull the article back up. Over 250,000. I think it was something like 265,000, some around that number. Might have been more than that. And all I'm saying is, this is why I say it when we have these conversations, man. Every if you come from an impoverished black area, you know somebody who done got killed by somebody from their neighborhood, somebody that they know. Every nigga don't personally know somebody who has died at the hands of law enforcement. You may have heard the story on TV because they put it out there. I'm talking about like personally knew before, you know, it became a news story or whatever else it is. Man, if we gonna fix shit, we gotta start cleaning up our own shit. And a lot of it is fuckery, a lot of it's dumb shit, a lot of it's trash. And that's us executing us. Why? Because we don't value ourselves. And if we don't value ourselves, we sure as fuck don't give a fuck about the next man that look like us. If you don't find value in your own person in which you control and operate, you sure as fuck don't give a fuck about the next motherfucker that look like you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. And these motherfuckers keep telling you something different. Like I say, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I just look at what makes sense to me, man. I'm just looking at what makes sense to me. And the shit is, and you may personally do know, but not everybody does. I know plenty of niggas, and even if you do know, I know you know more niggas who done been killed by other niggas from their own neighborhood, community, drug deal, whatever the fuck you want to call it, than you know niggas that have been shot by law enforcement. I guarantee that. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee that. That's a fact, Jack. But, you know what I'm saying? God damn it, I ain't seen Professor Trill the whole goddamn time, babe. But you know, I'll open up the line for a Professor Trill call. It's always, let's see what this, let me open up this line one time, god damn it. Let me see what this nigga, let me see what teacher's assistant Trill finna call in and say, line open, man. We want all the smoke. What you got, man? Made a nigga open up the line and shit. That's that nigga there, man. Shout out to Professor Trio, man. Already. That's a BET. But man, like I say, whether we agree or disagree, it's just about coming to an understanding. We're gonna argue. I mean, that's just what it is. You know, we all see different perspectives, different points of views. We all have different angles in which we see shit. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing about the den is I fuck with all of y'all. Whether you, like, I hate this dreadhead ass nigga. I hate that nigga because he black. I hate my gums because they black. I hate pepper. But all I'm saying is this, man. I love y'all. I fuck with y'all. Because the thing that I talk about, man, is time. Time is an amazing thing, but we take it for granted. I take it for granted. But the fact that y'all come through and spend your time having these conversations with me and each other, I value that. I want y'all to understand I do not take these things for granted. And some of y'all been fucking with it night in and night out for several months, especially, you know, I know it's a lot since the Jesse thing. Some of y'all been fucking with it for the last couple of years, you know, when it was just a cush deal and I was in this motherfucker falling out my seat, lit, high and shit, talking shit about who knows. But I went back and watched them hoes used to be terrible. Them hoes were so bad. And the fact that y'all fucked with me with them terrible ass kush deals, y'all still fucking with your boy, man. Some of you OG Den folk, I super fuck with y'all, man. Look, I rock with y'all. But my thing is this, man, I appreciate everybody, you know. And it's just about understanding. It really is about understanding. We ain't gonna always agree. But the fact that we can have that conversation, you know what I'm saying? The fact that we can have that conversation, that's what makes this shit great, because other places both want to get mad at you, cuss you out, you know, beat you up, dox you, put all your shit out there and do all this because you don't agree with them. You know what I'm saying? But it's about understanding, about different perspectives. And if we don't agree, can't nobody make you agree. But it's about understanding where each person comes from. Heidi, you're like new here, right? Because I know I think the first German was Lady Licious, and then Heidi, you said I think you got some type of German descent. I'm trying to recall. You look familiar, but I don't really know. But my thing is this. I think y'all are swell. Let me see. We've had Malia Davis, we had Aisha Curry, and it's like we've had representation, even though I think we talk more, we lean more political than, you know, as far as like entertainment representation and all that other stuff. What's the day? Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday. I'm gonna think if nothing major happens in the news, we may do something. We may do something here lighthearted and ratchet tomorrow. You know, from time to time we got to get a little ratchet, but you know, like 1676 say, the den. Sometimes the den is a marriage of the ratchet and the righteous, and like I say, it's all good intentions. Exactly, and that's the answer right there. You want a representation, create, man. You got a mind full of ideas. Put that shit on paper. Put that shit on your computer. Shit, you can do it on your motherfucking phone. Draw, write, whatever the fuck it is. Create your own world. That's interesting, because I was chopping up with my T Jones the other day, my mom, and we was talking about that. We may bring that up. We'll talk about that sometime this week. Let me make sure. I think I wrote it down in my. Heidi gave a suggestion. I did not write it down. Why would I write down anything Heidi says anyway? I got you. Well, before we do the use of the N-word, I wanna reach out to not prepaid, the other Mike, Chicago Mike. You know, if we do the use of the N-word, I gotta find Chicago Mike. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he can call in and definitely give us his input. Hey, man, y'all know we're gonna have a good old time, man. Look, man, you know, that shit there was... that night turned into something else. Like, that was a turning point in the day. I don't even remember what the topic was that night, but that shit was definitely a turning point in the day. Now, Chicago Mike ain't been here in a minute. Yeah, the Rockets didn't take advantage of their opportunities, man. They felt like it was gone. You know, KD went out. They should have rolled. Depressing, but see, they was fucking. They felt like, you know, you gotta understand Clay and Steph had that extra energy. They've been riding on KD back the whole series, so they like, fuck it. I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. Nah, man. So you was talking about peace. Damn. Oh yeah, that shit just took a turn for the worse. But it was very. I'm saying your name. It's in your name. That shit is fucking hilarious. Yeah, niggas was threatening, niggas dropping ads. Y'all had Roman in here wilding out, dropping his mama address. Mama gonna spank your ass. You gonna get tricked in the room, gonna get fucked around and get grounded. That night was wild on the motherfucker. But yeah, Jack, you know, a couple of things before we sign up off. First, make sure you fucking with the Den Show on all the proper social medias at Den Show Live on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook.com/DenShowLive if you want to like the page. If you're on Facebook and you want to get into the Den Show group, let me know and I'll add you. Let me see. If you ever want to contact the Den, shout out to everybody who's been sending news and articles via Twitter and different things. If you ever want to contact the Den, even when we're not live, you can call the Den, leave a voicemail, 833-284-3336. You can leave an email at denshowlive@gmail. If you want to tell a friend about the Den, tell them hit thedenshow.com. It'll take them to the channel. And if you want to tell them how to get there live, 10 p.m. Live at 10 p.m. every night, 10 p.m. to midnight. Thedenshow.com/live. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. What else? Yeah, that shit was funny. I was like, damn, we've had a lot of Asia love around here lately. I can't believe it. That's terrible, Rock. It's terrible. Shame on you. Let me see what else am I missing. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. Still got to come up with something for the ladies to come up with a contest for the ladies to send these shirts out. You know what I'm saying? I haven't figured out what yet, but we'll get it together. The wet T-shirt. That's what Maria said. Maria said wet T-shirt contest. But I don't think that I'll send them a wet T-shirt. Den trivia, got to ask some throwback Den questions and then see who knows what. Got a couple ideas. I've heard we had people say trivia, we had people say vote. Yeah, wet T-shirt contest. I don't even know how that would work because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna share them pictures with y'all. If we have a wet T-shirt contest, I'm keeping all the pictures for myself. I'm not sharing none of that shit with y'all. You say you came to the channel by accident, only been here. We got accident. No, it was meant to happen. That was a godsend. The Lord brought you to this channel. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found it and you stick around. I think we got a good little community. I don't even look at it like a channel. I look at it like a community. You know what I'm saying? We have a good time, man. Heidi, well, I'll give Heidi a pass. She just have to do like 10 real push-ups, not girl push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, lady be lurking. I don't know. Like I say, I gotta think of something. Cause like I say, what would Howard Stern do? Howard Stern would do a wet T-shirt contest. I don't know, but again, it would have to be appropriate. Cause then what would happen though if it was a wet T-shirt contest, and then if more than 4 people entered, and then somebody gonna hate me, or multiple people gonna hate me because if I'm the only judge, then they gonna be like, oh, this nigga here, this old hoe ass nigga just being, picky on some shit. And so, it would be fucked up, right? So I gotta do something where maybe it's fair and balanced, but no, in the end, I don't even think 4 women would enter the wet T-shirt contest. So we'll figure something out, man. Howard Stern would do a Thotty contest. I don't know. You just got off the couch. Look, man, I'm just saying, we'll figure something out. There'll probably be some type of trivia or something like this. Man, look, there go Maria. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a look. You look. I'm a look. I'm not gonna touch. I got eyes. They are made for looking, so I'm a look, but I ain't touching nothing. Look, I'm a old looking ass nigga. I used to be an old wilding ass nigga, but I'm an old looking ass nigga now. See how that works? The ladies, y'all can feel free to do that. I'm just not gonna organize it or participate in none of that. So y'all ladies would have to get together and figure that shit out. I'm gonna have to get that Facebook group turned up like the old Facebook group. Baker Man know what I'm talking about. I don't know if Baker Man's still in here with us, but he know what I'm talking about. I think the old one still exists somewhere. I just don't fuck with it. But we'll figure something out. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure something out. You better win. I mean, you can't win it with like what they say with the lottery. If you don't play, you can't win. you gotta play to win, right? That's how that works. But here's the deal, man. I fuck with y'all. Let me stop fucking with y'all tonight. But I mean, I'm just saying, if it would pop in the Den Show inbox, I can't help but look. I gotta check the messages. Nah, I fuck with y'all. But here's the deal, man. I fucks with y'all. Man, then folk, I appreciate y'all. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Then the one day you don't play, right? You know what I'm saying? So shit, look, all y'all ladies participate, play, enjoy yourselves. It's a celebration. Yeah, I think Miss Cartier, I'm gonna link up with you. You said either tomorrow or Friday, and we can chop it up about the Vegas trip. For those of you who may be interested, let me know if you are seriously interested. I got a few names. I think I got about 11, 12 names above people who are seriously interested. I'm believing it's the week of, it's the Friday the 8th. November the 8th is the date, the tentative date. But that's what I'm thinking. We're going to make it shake. So November the 8th through 8th, 9th, 10th. It's like 3 nights, something like that. Meet and greet. If you got some ideas, if you're serious about going, you got some ideas that you would like to contribute, you know what I'm saying? Man, what you mean? Vegas ain't that bad. If you look, you buy your ticket right now. You buy your ticket right now. You can get you a room and a ticket. Go on Expedia or something. You can get you a room and a ticket for about, I don't know, a couple of $100, man. It ain't gonna be that much. You know, you might have to go work at La Bear for a little bit. You know, a couple of nights, you'll be alright. You gotta go get it in, man. Yeah, it's not that much. If you again, because if you plan ahead, that's 6 months out. It's not gonna be that much. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get it all figured out as far as plans, as far as events, what we're gonna do when we get out there, and you know, because the plan is to maybe meet up a little bit, definitely hang out, kick it. And I ain't gonna try to force people to be around each other all goddamn day, because that ain't gonna never work, man. You know what I'm saying? But people be trying to push people off the side of boats and stuff, you know. I mean, we got some folks in here that's violent, but let me make sure I'm gonna jot you down, Danny, because I got a list around here somewhere. One of these little, I got too many fucking notebooks, that's the problem. God damn, how many shit I wrote this shit in? Let's see now. I want to make sure I keep everything on track, so that way, once we get everything in order, I think it's this one. Sure, it will be the last fucking. Hey, don't you hate that saying? Oh, it's the last. It's always the last place you look. Of course, it's the last fucking place you look, because you found the shit. So why would you look any further? Like, why would you find it and keep looking somewhere? I hate that fucking saying, but I use that shit from time to time. It's always the last place you look. Yeah, motherfucker, because you found it. You ain't gotta look no more. God damn it. I hate that fucking. There's a bunch of fucking goofy ass sayings that motherfuckers say, and I'll be saying that shit and be mad when I catch myself saying the shit. Is it this one? I don't even know. I might have to rewrite this shit down. I'm gonna jot your name down somewhere down. I'm gonna make a notebook solely dedicated to yeah, right here. We'll get it all figured out. I'll find it. 'Cause I know I got it written down, so I know exactly where it's fucking at. And if it's in this bitch, I'm gonna be mad. Yeah, see, this is why a nigga don't be getting shit done. I be all organized anyway. But I get it together, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? So I got y'all, man. I got y'all. We gonna make it shake. You say you was in Vegas in December? Oh, word? Okay, we're definitely gonna look into it. Like I said, we'll get some stuff together. We'll get everything figured out. Look, Heidi, I don't participate in gang-related activities. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my bag. But yeah, man, definitely gonna turn up. What's the one? What's that? Is it the 737s you don't want to ride on? Unless they tripping. Whatever the fuck some hoes is. But like I said, we get everything together. We're gonna get all the information together, figure everything out. Because I got a couple of ideas, and so once we kind of know everybody, and once we kind of get some things figured, we're gonna see what's on y'all mind as far as options. And like I said, make it a good time, man. Let's make it a fucking good time. But with that being said, man, now Heidi ain't going. Heidi gonna supposedly be in America. She still ain't gonna go. She ain't gonna go because she's gonna lose all that money on the Rockets when they win Game 6 and 7 because Kevin Durant out for good. Wow, there it is. There, I knew I had a list somewhere around this bitch. It was in the middle of the book, not in the front. All right. Let me put this all in one fucking book. This is a dedicated book. All right. Alright, let me jot all this stuff down so y'all can see me when I did it. So like, Honcho, you wrote it down that night. Every time I did I write that shit? Alright. Are we gonna turn up? We might have more folks than I think. Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, including myself. Okay. Hey, Heidi ain't gonna be there. Look, we gonna be mistaken. All kind of gonna be some tall, slim. Be like, is that Heidi? No, that might be I don't know if is that a woman or a man. She said she was kind of slim and she was tall. And motherfucker will open up store talking like this. Yeah, I'm Heidi. Well, no, you ain't the right Heidi. You the wrong Heidi. Fuck it, ain't no telling what you gonna find out there. But yeah, we looking like we about 12 deep so far, man. You know, it's shaking, man. So that's a bet. Man. But yeah, man, I'm finna slide, man. And I appreciate all y'all and appreciate y'all coming through. We'll be back at it tomorrow, man. So you can never do anything like that. You can never do anything like what? Like go to Vegas or ride a horse. Horse is something, I mean, you get you a solid horse. I mean, shit. 6 months, you can do a lot. The t-shirt? Oh, man, shit ain't no thing. Ain't nobody judging nobody. Send them t-shirts. Send them t-shirt titties, goddammit. Look, I'm trying to be the Black Howard Stern. I got to start somewhere. And look, let me see. I'm finna put Maria on the list, but Maria gonna be attentive. I don't think Maria gonna show up, so I forgot. Let me make sure her name on the list. Calling her. Nah, look, see, I'm only supposed to be going I'm actually 20-something minutes over fucking with y'all, because I just be randomly talking with y'all and shit, because I fucks with y'all. But, because I gotta start sticking to a schedule. So, but, let me think. I think, yeah, we good. I think everything is everything. If anybody catch this late or something that's on their mind, they want to go, shout out, send a text to the deadline, whatever and whatnot. And somehow we gonna get Lady Lisa says she gonna come. She says she gonna after she pull a work shift, she gonna hit the strip for a couple of days. She gonna put in some work. You know, get a little couple of extra bucks so she can fly and fuck with us. But I don't know. Like, I'm putting you on the list, Maria, but I don't know. I'm gonna see if you gonna show up. You talking about international? Yeah, Jack. Hey, what is it? Yeah, he is the GOAT, Heidi. I know it. Who the hell trying to call into the deal? Look, the line off. I ain't taking no calls. I see somebody trying to call us on whatchamacallit. So it ain't gonna even come up on the dilly dally. So I don't even know who calling in. But I appreciate the effort though. I gotta make it affordable. It's affordable right now. I can't change the price. I can't control the prices. You know. The only thing. Well, nah. Look at. I would say maybe get like one of them, get an Airbnb, but I ain't mother. Oh, that was you calling Lady Licious? Look, if I'd have known it was you, I'd have said I'd have picked up. But just send your demo reel. I got you. But here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. But you go about to fuss you. Yeah, I don't believe that. But I mean, shit, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see what's happening. We'll have to see about people who's serious and confirm. We might be able to get a decent rate, but I don't know how that works, especially if everybody coming from different areas. And two, I don't know if you all have to be in the same hotel or whatever. Yeah, that's right. Y'all just send the receipts. Y'all go ahead and pay for it, and then send all the receipts to the PO box. It's in the description, and I'll reimburse y'all for that. Now don't count on it anytime soon. You know, I gotta wait till I get my reparations check. When I get my reparations check, I'll reimburse everybody for what they paid. You feel me? That sound like a deal? I think that's a pretty good deal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that don't work if I get my I see y'all think I'm joking. Y'all laughing and kikiing and shit. When I get my reparations check, I pay everybody back, right? You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be enough. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to pay for everybody's shit and buy a pack of cools. I'll be good. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man, I fuck with y'all though. But now we'll see what's up. Cause yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like it's good prices that I'm looking at. Like I said, I'm just looking at. Like I said, I'm not no travel agent or nothing, but cause I think I saw for the dates that I put in, like with everything, and there was airfare and everything, it was like maybe $450 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that had something to do with like a double room or something like that. So I don't know. Look, I don't know y'all like that. So I ain't finna share no room with y'all like that. You know, maybe my nigga Baker man, cause I know him from way back. But the rest of y'all cool and everything. But you know, some of y'all look like y'all might steal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit, for a weekend, a round trip flight and all that shit. Like 4 and some change, that ain't too much of nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, you say 100, you think I don't know what Aisha would do. You say Thursday, Friday, Saturday for less than $450, shit, and that's the lick. You know what I'm saying? Slide out there, have a good time, get out there a little early, probably head back on Sunday. So shit, I'm finna look at it. Like I said, I'm gonna give Miss Cartier tomorrow because I know she got the Vegas plug, and we gonna find out. You need a room. Well, you can get a room. You can get a room. Look, I'm not gonna share a room with y'all. Y'all can look if y'all wanna. Whoever y'all the coolest with in the chat, y'all can work that all out. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's with the room. That's with the room and everything. What you trying to say about Ashley, Heidi? I mean, what's that supposed to mean? What are you insinuating about Ashley? You know, what does that mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My deal is, like I said, I fuck with y'all, and I may be sliding solo, but still, look, I might have to bring Scotty with me. You never know, I might have to book a room, you know, for me and Scotty. You know what I'm talking about? Look, I'm gonna be strutting down the strip. I'm gonna have Scotty fresh. I'm gonna get a fresh little twist up. Scotty gonna get a fresh haircut. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Oh, please believe that. Y'all definitely look. I told y'all, I'm a, regardless of what the growth is. We've had some new folks come in the last couple of days, these last couple of videos. But when I get out to Vegas, it's legal. I'm gonna take advantage of going into the shop and buying me a little something. You know. And so I definitely will have me a little session legally with no repercussions. I just want to know how they feel. Just, you know, let me just get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that there. Let me just get the sampler. Let me get a cookie too for fuck's sake. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's that. Well, look, I'm telling y'all, man. Like, what? I mean, here's the deal, though. I'm still gonna be going live when we out there. When we out there, I'm still gonna be going live. So look, it's gonna be That's part of the deal. At some point, we have to have a live den with the den folks. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? At least one of them evenings, a live den with the den folks, because that'll be dope. That's part of the catch and shit. You feel me? And everybody ain't out there, we gonna talk bad about y'all. Nah, it's all good. But like I said, we're gonna get that all figured out, man. I fucks with y'all. I'm gonna slide. I'm gonna try to get a couple ideas together, like say some shit that, you know, maybe once a day we can have a little meetup spot, do a little something as a group, and then everybody kind of enjoy themselves, however they rocking. Look, let's say you're gonna be the cameraman. That's a BET. Look, say Baker, man. I said I need a roommate, man. Looking for the we gonna split the room at Vegas. I told him I don't trust nobody else. They look like they steal, man. I know I can trust Baker, man. The rest of y'all cool and shit, but I'm just saying, you know. I'm just saying, you know. All right, for real though. So, we got a good little short list. We're gonna go from there, man. With that being said, hey, look, I fucks with y'all, man. You gonna see the Vegas hood? Yeah, you gonna see them niggas out there, all right? You gonna have fun with that? I don't. I'm trying to find a divorcee who just hit big on the slots. And be like, how you doing? My name is Honcho. Allow me to introduce myself. When I win, the den wins. You feel me? But nah, man. You know, I'm talking shit. I'm joking, but I'm serious. But with that being said, I fucks with y'all. I'm slide up out of here, man. Den folk, den generous friends of the den, and most of all you lovely people. Let me see, denizens, den folk, den generous, and friends of the den. Yes, 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not married. I'm occupied. I'm in a long-term relationship. Look, I ain't say I gotta do that. I just said I need to find me a divorcee that just hit a jackpot. I didn't say I'm finna do nothing. Look, there's levels to this. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the mouthpiece is a motherfucker. I ain't talking about in the physical sense. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? I'm off the market. You feel me? And so I ain't gonna be doing no shenanigans. That I don't have to worry about. But hey, look, I still got a little finesse. You know what I'm talking about? But hey, I fucks with y'all, man. We sliding up out of there. Look, y'all ain't finna catch me with no tomfoolery. Marriage just don't wear a ring. I'm cool, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. I fucks with y'all. Shout out Prepaid, man. Yes, I can end up on the couch, man. Look, I'll be on the couch with Scotty, all in my face and shit. Me and Scotty both be out of there down bad. You know what I'm saying? But I fucks with y'all, man. We be back at it tomorrow. And y'all have a good evening, man. I fuck with y'all. I'm out. Oh, hold on, look, no. Y'all ain't got to go home. Look, I done forgot, I'm thinking about some other shit. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. Bye. Hey, man. Yeah, look. Let me go get my ass some sleep. Get up in the morning, get back at it, man. Look, I'm glad I ain't watch it live. It was too close for comfort.